Hello, everyone. Welcome to Mandela Effects After Dark. I am your host, Sandy Diva. And joining me tonight is Spider 420 and Mr. Super Sidewinder. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter, Mr. Super and Splatter.
God bless.
They were so talkative before the show. I had even started the intro. I had to stop it.
Can't shut us up.
Oh my gosh. All right. So Mr. Super has a question for the chat.
Okay, I'm here, but I'll be back in a minute again. I got to go briefly.
Okay.
But
Now,
I,
now
Push some buttons.
Mr. Super, I have to
Yeah.
let you know. This would have to be like after 10 because tomorrow's Propagate show.
Yeah, I understand. That's cool. 10 to
Okay,
midnight. Anyone in there?
that sounds good. Okay, ask him. Go
How many
for it.
people have we got here? Should we wait for a minute for people to show up?
We can. I could do the shout outs first.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yep. So far, we have obviously Splatter and Mr. Super. Jackie McCarran, Julie, Ken Raz was first tonight. Tiniest Squish, Sarah Pagey. And pushing button 62. And just coming in is Spiritual Ascension. Hello, guys. I hope you all had a nice Easter. If you celebrate, let's see. I'm writing names down as ever Josh comes in.
Ever Josh. Woohoo.
And to Mothman. Oh my goodness. And T-Bone. It looks like the SOR crew is waiting for us to go live.
Great.
Yeah. Well, guys, I can't do anything yet. I gotta wait for Splatter and well, let's just say we're gonna have a show tomorrow night, but it's a special show. But we're waiting for a few people to come in because Mr. Super has a question about it.
Yeah, I want to poll the chat, and it wouldn't do us any good if we do it before we have some people here. So let's wait a minute or two, and we can present the question more than once if we need to. But we usually get a bloom of people showing up here in the first few minutes.
Yep. And right now I'm just gonna go to my post and say we are live. So people, because sometimes people are like, oh, okay, well they're gonna start at this time, but they'll probably start at this time. So I'm gonna say we are live, and then maybe they'll come on over. There we go.
The Mothman is here.
Yes.
All right.
Happy
Yeah.
Easter,
T-Bone.
everyone coming in.
Okay, I'm here.
Okay, we're gonna do a Mandela, and then we're gonna ask Mr. Super's question.
Stop the
It's gonna-
buses.
We're gonna just leave everybody on the edge of their seats.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
So this is an oldie, but a shocking one for me because it doesn't match my memory of the Bible or what I was taught in school. Credit to all time. What was Jesus of Nazareth's profession?
Carpenter.
No.
Fisherman.
Yeah.
I say he was a slacker. I don't remember him having a profession. I remember his father having a profession. I remember him being a friend and a preacher. I guess you could make preacher, maybe.
Oh, Karen, I just did it. You say hi?
Kieran's just crying because he wants attention, right?
Maybe. I know he watched me clean the litter box, though. He was glad. I
That's good.
usually do it as soon as I get up, but I forgot today.
What was Jackie asking? I'm looking. Anyone notice any new Mandela effects today? Why, yes, I did. I found one today because of looking up your stuff. I saw one today, which is in the presentation of something you mentioned. I covered your thing,
Ugh.
and I found a new one from that.
I got woke up by a stupid politician knocking on my door asking for my vote, and I told her no.
Just no. No,
Yeah.
go away. It was
Yeah,
a
don't
yes,
like.
but you showed up at my door.
Yeah, I don't like your party because they partnered up with the other party that I don't like. So no, thank you. You're all part of the mess. I said.
Pushing button says carpenter.
But no, his dad was a carpenter. What was he? He was nothing. He was an apprentice.
Good. Michael Fontaine is here. I'm covering his as well tonight.
Oh, good.
Let's see.
It was almost said he was a carpenter, but that was his dad. I don't know.
I said carpenter the first time I heard this one, says Ever Josh.
Yeah.
I did as well, but then when I thought about it, I was like, I don't remember Jesus having
Good job.
a job. Yeah. He was a young guy.
He was a traveling salesman.
Yeah, he was just a kind of a slacker. In
Fisher
that
of
sense.
men.
Oops. That's a good
I'm not
question.
getting any more answers though.
How many people we got here?
We have 21 right now.
Well, we're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting the alert. Ever Josh says, I saw your Just the Two of Us video earlier, Mr. Super Sidewinder. Very nice.
Just the two of us. We can make
Is that the one that got hit with the copyright?
Probably.
Yeah, that's my new one.
Sounds like it.
Guys, last night I had to do something I never do. I had to delete the chat.
What?
I had to edit the video because it was blocked in countries.
Oh, right.
They blocked it in Canada, like you were saying. That's why I said when you mentioned it.
Yeah, they block everything up here, but this gonna get fixed. That's why I don't want that politician here again. I want to get rid of them. I'm
It was
voting
blocked in Canada. I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. I have a lot of people who watch in Canada. I need to fix this.
Yep.
Hey, LJ.
Well, like I said, once the new guy gets in, he's gonna get rid of that. He mentioned that. Next week.
No.
Yeah, next
Huh?
week you put it in.
We can do the next slide when you're ready.
Oh, okay, yeah. I don't know when I'm ready. When you're ready.
In my past, his father Joseph was a carpenter, and many remember Jesus being a carpenter as well. It's okay, Pushin.
Well, I don't know. Might have taken up after his father's, but I don't
And
know.
Sarah says, yeah, the chat didn't load. The chat is permanently deleted, unfortunately, because that's what YouTube does.
If you watch
That's
the
not-
newer movie Nefarious, the demonically possessed inmate in that film refers to Jesus as the carpenter. The carpenter screwed everything up for us, type thing.
Ah. Residue, everyone. That's not my memory, though. I do not remember Jesus having any profession. See? That's how I have not seen this since last
Don't you
year.
recall him being? Don't you recall him being a fisherman?
I don't.
And
I remember him
using
teaching
that
others how to fish.
as the parable to make them fishers of men. Cast your net to
No.
the right. All of that.
Yeah, but that's a parable. I remember him teaching others to fish. I don't remember him
it
fishing.
was a parable because that was in the context of what he was doing at the time. He was fishing.
You just said it.
Okay.
He was a teacher.
Yeah, but he was a teacher. There you go. I could go with that. I know many people who go fishing that are not fishermen. You know what I'm saying?
Hobbyist.
Well, I don't know. If you fish, of course you're a fisherman. Unless you're a woman, then you're what? A fisherwoman.
No.
Yes. That's like asking, like, if a man has a single hair on his head, is he bald?
If it's your profession, you get paid to do it. It's your
Yeah.
job. That's the way I see it.
You get paid by the fish you
What if
get.
what if
Yeah.
you don't get paid? What if you trade the fish for other goods?
Then you're a trader.
Yeah.
Can't argue with that, Splatter. You got to spell it right, though, dude. Holy crap.
I didn't read that one, I don't think, did I?
Oh, okay. And there you
But
yeah.
now Jesus was a stonemason, everyone. Where did that come from? I could believe carpenter over stonemason, though. I can believe fisherman over a stonemason. He's a mason. I can't.
What? He made the foundation for his father's houses? Yeah, that makes sense. The way I just
Surely.
said that, it just made sense, you know? He made the foundation for his father's house.
I have never known him to be a stonemason.
No, either have I until just this moment, but still, I'm trying to go with it.
I would assume this came from Reddit at some point. I don't think All Time finds his own Mandelas. I could be wrong. But he did tell me in a comment that he gets most of his stuff from Reddit. So that doesn't mean anything. Because people from Reddit see things in other places and then post on Reddit. So I have no idea who found this one. No idea whatsoever.
No.
So here's Jesus depicted as a carpenter. Except the top right, please excuse that one. Unless it's Jesus helping his father. That is definitely Joseph with baby Jesus.
Baby or child.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would make you think that he became a carpenter because, like I said, he's being apprentice carpenter there, right? Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Okay. Next.
Next, those are some of these are really short.
Yep. I don't know where I'm going.
So, how
now.
many people do we have now in chat?
24.
All right. We can go with the question if you're ready.
Yeah, because we can always ask the question halfway through once we hit the peak numbers.
Oh, one thing I should need to.
Absolutely.
We should change that to Tuesday night though, not tomorrow night, because
I can't do Tuesday night. Splatter, I can't do Tuesday night.
Oh no. Well, how about Wednesday?
No, I can't do the rest of this week.
Oh. Well, it has to be early then.
It can't be early because I propagate. I have to start like around 10.
It'd have to be 10 or a little after 10.
Well, that'll
I
be
don't-
7
I
your
can-
time. That's kind of early.
I can share if Splatter's out. I can help.
Well, I don't want to miss it. It's that I got my important hospital visit on Tuesday. That's all.
Well, if we do it like from 10 to midnight or 10 to 1, can we do something like that?
Wednesday.
Because it's not going to be like a 6-hour stream. It's
Okay.
going to be a couple.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's true. Okay, what day is the 23rd? I got to figure this out. Okay, calendar.
The 23rd Splatter is Wednesday.
Okay, there we go then. That's okay then.
Your appointment's
Somehow-
Wednesday?
Yeah, I thought it was.
Oh no,
Tuesday.
you've been planning on Tuesday this whole time.
Yeah. So I get extra
Oh no. No
It's
Hebrew
4:20.
Okay, we
again
ready?
tonight. I think Hebrew is just it was just a holiday, so he used it as an excuse to not do a show again. It's like it's a holiday, I can't. But
He put out a
he got-
short anyway. It was a weird one.
Wait, you had a show with Hebrew?
Yeah, he put out a short skit thing. Today.
Oh, he put up a short.
That's all. Yeah.
Yes, Mr. Super, go for it. There's 30 watching now.
Okay, I'm asking everybody in the chat to please respond with a 1 or a 2. If you're able to text, please respond. Because we really want to get a feel of where everybody stands on this question that I'm about to ask.
What?
if you had the opportunity to really know behind the scenes what's causing the Mandela effect, I want you to put a 1 in the chat. Or if you'd rather just go on looking at the end effects rather than knowing the cause, put a 2 in the chat.
But how are we going to find out the cause?
This is a question, a posit. Consider it to be just an abstract at this point. But if we really could know the cause, and you would want to, put a 1 in the chat. If you'd rather not know the cause and you're just intrigued by the fact that things shift and change, and you'd rather have it be a mystery to you forever, put a 2 in the chat. It's pretty simple.
Bubbles is here. Hey, happy Easter. Good to see you.
All ones.
Yep, all ones. Well, there's also the 3. 3, which is keep seeing the changes and also no, which is what I said. I said that yes, I'd want to know, but I also know there's going to be new people that need to believe. It doesn't matter if we have the answer or not if they don't believe in it.
Yeah, I didn't quite see it from your point of view, but I do clearly see that now. I mean, we would continue to look at the effects, but for me, I would find some comfort in knowing the cause and really having an understanding of this situation.
Same. So really quickly while they're answering, it's all ones. We have Truth Lover, Lara, Ryan, Mandanimal, Bubbles, and Kimberly F. who just came in while we were asking the question, but they did answer.
Nice.
So you want to tell them what we're doing tomorrow? Since we told them we're doing a
See
show.
that, Sandy?
Nope. What?
Noise Guru put in, I'm not telling.
What is that?
And Rainwater's here. Hello.
No,
Noise Guru and Rainwater.
A name in the chat that I cannot read.
Lara. That's Lara. From
it?
Last night. Lara. Runs on our stream.
Oh, I don't see Lara. I see a weird name.
That's Lara.
That's Lara, the 3B. Yeah,
yes, it's Russian. Yes.
Okay. Well, I figured it was Russian, but let me just use the name she used last night.
Yeah, because that's her. I don't know. I forget. She did tell us what it meant before. I cannot remember what it meant.
Me either.
But she said we can only guess. While it is true that we can only speculate and guess, I've stumbled across a video that I think presents it in the best way possible for us to perhaps understand. It's so moving to me that we're going to do a special stream on it, and we'll run it for a few minutes, and then we'll do a commentary. And if everybody's intrigued and we get some input on it, I think it'll be a really powerful stream.
So we're going to do like a reaction stream tomorrow, and I am not going to watch it. So I'm going to be as in the dark as you when we see it. So you have Mr. Super's perspective from someone who's already seen it. And then my perspective, someone seeing it for the first time to get my initial reaction. And if Splatter's here, he can also do the same.
Yeah.
And then this weekend, next coming weekend, when we do the open panel, if anyone wants to discuss anything they saw, they're welcome to discuss it on the open panel.
Awesome. You know, I saw a few people in chat that said they would kind of want it both ways or whatever, but I really didn't see any 2s. I didn't see anybody that would rather be in the dark.
Yeah, I put a couple short videos in the Mandela effect thing. If you watch them, or you can watch them.
Wait, what? You mean the private chat?
I know, in the Mandela effect thing.
Oh, in the group?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I did see them. I just couldn't stop to watch them because I was doing this.
Well, I think they're quite interesting anyway. But I got them in the wrong order. The top one is the second one, and the bottom one is the first one.
I'm a little concerned though. What if it's the video that Mr. Super's talking about? I don't want to watch it,
Well, I don't know. Isn't
and
he
then
part of it?
I'll just wait to watch it until after the show tomorrow, just in case it's the same video.
Okay. Well, I already watched it. Oh,
Oh, I don't have to, Bubbles. Hi. She messaged me excited as all can be that John Cena won.
he did, huh?
Yeah, she messaged me that here we go. She's like, where did she say it? She said, he is back in the WWE. He won, Mom. He won. So
Oh,
happy.
so that means he beat Ric Flair's record of having 16 championships. He's got 17 now. So he knocked Ric Flair off the pedestal after all these years.
Yep. So I told her it could be an act. He could be pretending to be bad, and then be like, "Haha, I fooled you all. I'm actually a good guy." Try and make her feel better, you know. But well,
Uh,
Spider,
At
you
least,
can pull the next one up.
at least Cody Rhodes is getting recognized for his work anyway. Finally, he left and went to WWE. I mean, went to AEW for a while, then he came back over here to get recognized. Where's the next one? What is the next one?
Uh,
Good question.
it's after Easter Jesus. There's a link after that.
Okay, whatever the one is after that, I'm going to click on.
Okay.
Yeah,
Because there's two Jesus Easter presentations, and then there's
we did the first one, and now this is the one right below it.
yeah. We're not just doing Easter rewinds, guys. I got new ones tonight. Not Easter ones though. It's not easy to find holiday Mandelas. Like I actually have to look for those things because I'm not looking at a ton of Easter stuff like that.
I watched some weird videos today. Some heavenly flame that doesn't burn you. And these people putting it underneath their chins and holding it there for like 7 to 10 seconds, and no, the beard was still there. It wasn't burned or singed or nothing. It was weird.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never heard of that. There are two Mandelas from my memory with Jesus Christ himself. The first is how he held his hand giving a blessing, and the second is how he died on the cross.
Right. Oh no, not this.
Yes, please hit the thumbs up button, everyone.
Oh, always.
Good night, LJ. Thank you for coming in for a little while.
How do we lose people?
It's good to see you in the chat. Why are you saying sorry, Lyra? Lyra's saying sorry to you, Mr. Super.
Dan showed the flame thing? Okay. I didn't know.
Mr. Super, are you there? He may have walked away. First, I need to ask you a question without pictures. When Jesus held his hand up for a blessing, do you remember the palm away from him or towards him?
Huh?
When he held up his hand to give a blessing, was it pointed at the people or at himself, his hand, the palm of his hand? Facing him, facing people? Him or people in the chat?
I would.
Oh, you called Mr. Mrs. He probably didn't even notice it, honestly. It's okay. It sounds like he walked away.
Yeah.
I can't believe that. Smash it, smash it, smash it.
I would
Sweet
figure the
dreams,
people.
LJ.
Yeah, I don't know. It's an odd question. I don't know. I don't understand. I'm saying probably toward the people. I don't know.
When he held his hand up to give a blessing over a person, was his palm facing himself? Or was
No,
his
palm
palm
toward,
facing?
Well, it's probably
toward the
facing the
person.
person then. In that case, yeah.
Hey, Jane Doe. Mr. Super?
Yeah.
Lara said she's sorry.
Why?
See, I knew you were going to say why. She called you Ms. Super Sideline by accident.
Is it Lyra, Lera, or is it Lara, Lara?
E.
It's Lara.
Oh,
Lara.
L-E. Right. Yeah.
nice.
I remember
Hi,
it
the
from last night.
mind.
That's all.
I hope you all had a nice Easter. Mr. Super, ask your question again in the middle of this because we have 40 people watching now.
Well, I owe Lyra an apology too because I spelled it Lara, which is the lady that I just mixed a song with is spelled Lara. So it was in my brain, and when I saw her on your show last night, I thought it was Lara. So we both screwed up each other's names.
You guys are even.
So if
Can't take your word for nothing. You're getting
okay.
everything wrong.
So for everybody in the chat that can chat, I'm going to ask a question of everybody. And even if you responded before, put the same thing in again. The question is, put a 1 in the chat if you would like to know, or if you even had a chance at knowing what's causing the Mandela effect, put a 1 in the chat. If you'd rather not know what's causing it and you just rather investigate the changes, what I call the end effects, put a 2 in the chat, please.
And mind you, wanting to know the cause does not mean you never see a Mandela again. It just means you want to know the cause.
Mind you, I'm not saying I have the answer. What I'm asking is if you could absolutely know, or if you even had a chance at knowing, would you rather know? Put a 1 in the chat. If you'd rather not know, and you'd rather just continue to see the end effects and have it be a mystery, put a 2 in the chat.
Oh, I don't think you have too much to worry about because I think it's going to remain a mystery.
I already know the cause that Michael Fontaine believes. Hi, Tarnation. Michael Fontaine, I'm covering yours tonight, so don't go nowhere.
In the studio says, I already know the cause.
That's what I said. He believes. I know what he believes.
That's Michael Fontaine.
Oh, that's Michael Fontaine.
Yeah.
Yes.
And again, I'm not seeing any 2s. Either they're not voting or they're 1s.
Yeah.
Hi, Noel.
Boy, Stinky. Yeah. Oh, why are we so quiet?
I'm looking for the comment to put it on the screen for Noel.
Oh. Okay.
I'm hoping I can still see it.
Okay, you want me to move to the next one?
Oh. 1 second.
Okay.
So the reason for the question is I stumbled across a video that for me is the best synopsis, probable cause, whatever. It's a video that Sandy and Splatter have not seen yet. If you guys would like to review it, we were talking about doing a stream later. Well, it's today, so tonight, Monday night, around 10 o'clock.
No, it's still 4:20 here.
This video and do commentaries on it. See what everybody thinks.
Hope everybody had a good 420.
So Bubbles left a comment for you, Noel, for me to tell you John Cena won his match. And Bubbles was lurking last night. And I told Bubbles, you told me that John Cena won. And how happy you were. And also, Mandanimal says, hippity hopped up, hippity hopped up. And that is why last night's show has no chat. Because hippity hoppity got it removed from certain countries, including Canada. Canada couldn't see last night's stream. So I had to edit out hippity hoppity.
We're very censored up here. It's crazy.
So messed up. So
Like I said,
Jane
I can't
Doe
wait for
says,
the election on the 28th.
Jane
Will
Doe.
change everything.
Jane Doe is saying not sure what the question was. Jane Doe, the question was, please put a 1 in the chat if you would like to possibly know the cause of the Mandela effect. Put a 2 in the chat if you'd rather not know what's causing it and just continue to see the end effects.
It's only 10:30 for me, so we got a couple hours left at 4:20.
I love you too, Noel. I didn't see your comment, so I was scrolling up.
All right, Jessica.
I gotta write Jessica S down. Hold on.
Yeah. Hello.
Got her.
What?
I said I got her on the list.
Okay.
Yes, it's going to be a reaction show, Noel. We're going to be reacting to something. Mr. Super Splatter and I will be reacting to a video about the Mandela effect after Propagate.
You see what we think of it.
After Propagate show.
Hey,
So the other question that I didn't see many answers for, because it's all ones in the chat, Mr. Super.
Yeah.
Noel, we're going to be doing a reaction to a video, sweetie. We're not doing an open panel tomorrow. I'm sorry. But Propagate's doing an open panel tomorrow. I believe so, unless there's been a change of plans. But he usually does the open panels on Monday nights.
Yeah.
But the question is, on the screen, when Jesus held his hand up for a blessing, the palm of his hand, was it pointed towards him or the people he was giving the blessing to? Yes, I am going to join his, Noel. I will be there.
Oh, who's this?
Hello, Ken.
Oh, Ken, on his other name.
It's Ken Rotman.
Yeah.
Yes. I got to give Ken Rotman a wrench. Give me a moment.
Yeah. Oh, no.
What?
He lost his Caravan Life channel.
What? Why? What happened?
I don't know. Just reading what he's got on there. Yeah.
Why can't I see Ken in the chat?
I do.
No, I mean on YouTube.
Oh, I do. That's what
Oh,
I'm
there he
looking at.
is.
Yeah,
There
I'm
he
watching
is.
him. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing on my other computer where I got the YouTube show showing on silent, of course.
You got 3 strikes?
Aw.
All at once or over time?
Yeah.
No, only because they did that to Dan. It was like they gave him a strike and then they went back to two older videos and gave him 2 more.
Oh, yeah. I got terminated 3 strikes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, was it all at once? That's what scares me. That they go back to your old stuff and strike it later.
Yeah, they find one thing and they go, okay, what else can we find? And yeah.
Yeah.
That's evil. That's totally evil.
Noel, Ken's Caravan Life. He's the nice man from Australia who's been on the live stream with you.
Oh, he's got his wrench. There he is. Okay. I showed Joe Rogan's vid without thinking, oh, no.
Yeah, but I don't understand why that was a copyright strike and not just, like a copyright.
Because it was the third thing he did.
No, that's not what I mean. I mean, there's like a copyright where they place a copyright on the video, but it's not a strike. A strike is much more severe. They usually give it to you for misinformation, disinformation. You know, the informations that are just information that they disagree with.
Yeah. Yeah, usually they shut your stream off until you
Right.
stop playing what you're playing, and then you're allowed back on, right? Yeah. I've seen that.
It does matter, Jane Doe, because it's not what I remember at all. Images that I remember are completely different from what I remember them being. They shouldn't be different from what I remember. They should match.
Yeah. I'm not sure if it matters if this is you. No, okay.
I'm just seeing if I missed any. Jackie, I did see you write that. It was always Grammarly for me because it's grammar. I've never heard Grammarly. That sounds weird to me. But I believe it was like that for you. But for me, it was always Grammarly. Yeah, exactly. I have a bunch of copyrights too, but no strikes. They're totally different.
Where you going, man?
Well, that's good. He says he had most of his subs on the second channel too, which is good.
Yeah.
You did what, Noel?
Oh. Get it, Kimmy. You staying?
Thank you, Mandan. Well, yeah, we have 1 day left until it expires. Streamyard. Everything
Oh yes,
expires.
donate, everybody. Everybody donate something.
Everything is expiring. It all expires at the same time because you start using it all at the same time. So it all expires at the same time, which really stinks. It'd be nice if it was staggered. Like StreamYard 1 week, Flickr the next.
Yeah.
That'd be nice, but that's not how it works.
Yeah,
we can go on to the next one.
Okay. Well, basically saying is we can really appreciate some donations. Donuts, whatever. I'm being serious.
It was away in my past, like Mr. Super said. The palm was away from Jesus, pointing outward. But the majority now are towards him. You will see what I mean on the next question. Now, on the next question, I was pretty much alone. So that's good, Noah. I'm glad you called them out for it. I was alone, but I'm sorry. I'm not going to back down. This is my memory, and I'm holding to it. It does not look right to me. So next slide.
Donut or else.
Donut or else.
Nice.
Pushing buttons. Even if you fall asleep, go to the end of the show and watch the outro. We got Jeff back thanks to Mr. Super and Ray.
Woohoo!
We got Jeff back. Jeff is back with a new, and the video is as intended. Well, actually, originally I was going to have like a Friends outro. Like I had clips of Phoebe with the cat, with the smelly cat. But I'm like, they're going to copyright me for Friends. I'm like, I can't do this.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I was going to have the words at the bottom of the screen, but now I needed other things at the bottom of the screen. So originally the hearts dancing had the words in between. That was the original intention. The original outro video is going to have clips of Friends that match the song and the videos that I have of my friends on YouTube.
Those hearts dancing are cute.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
between the hearts dancing, it was going to have the lyrics of Jeff's song.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
like I said, because I couldn't use the Friends clips and went with a whole different direction. Now I need that area for subscribe to my friends on YouTube,
Right.
Like there's like other messages there, so it's just the dancing hearts now.
Turned out really good. Team effort.
Yes.
I'm going to step away and make coffee. I'll be right back.
Okay. So the next question's on the next slide, Splatter.
Yep. I always wait for you to say so. We try to.
Which hand position do you remember? Number 1 is crossed fingers. We'll do close-ups after I read them. Number 2 is 2 fingers up together.
Yeah.
Number 3 is 2 fingers and a thumb up. Number 4 is ring finger and thumb touching.
You're silly.
Huh. That's the wrong picture, people.
Which one?
Number 4. Number 4 is number 3. That's the wrong picture.
Oh.
And I did all that work photoshopping it.
Yeah, number 4 has a curved thumb, and number 3 has a straight up
the
thumb.
thumb should touch the ring finger. Like a number 3. You know what I'm saying? Like a peace sign.
Right.
Maybe it is. I don't know. We're going to zoom in. Let's zoom in and see. Maybe it's just hard to see. Let's start with number 1. So that's number 1, crossed fingers.
No.
Like he's saying, we're going to cross our fingers and make
Just
sure
for luck?
everything goes well. Number 2 is together. Oh, they're reversed. Okay, number 2 is number 4. Do we see this? That is number 4. Ring finger touching the thumb.
Oh, okay. Ring finger touching the thumb. I see that now. Yeah.
So guys, even go by what I said. If you said number 2 because number 2 is 2 fingers up, that's fine. The picture is reversed. So the picture for number 2 is number 4, and the picture for number 4 is number 2. Number 3 is 2 fingers up. What is the difference between these two? Oh, one has a bent thumb and one has a straight thumb.
Yeah, that's the only difference there.
Yeah.
I think it's, I don't know what number it'd be now. You messed me around. I think it's number 3. This picture, whatever this picture is.
For me, it's the one that should be number 2. 2 fingers with the thumb like a little bent. It should be number 2 for me. Let me see what the chat says though. And if you guys, all right, if you said 2 or 4 and you want to clarify, let me know. Like, I remember picture number 2 or I remember picture number 4. So that if you want to do it that way. But other than that, I'm taking your regular answers. Yeah. So 3 for T-Bone, 3 for Michael, 2 for Bubbles, 5 a middle finger, says Noise Guru. 2 or 3 for pushing buttons. Mandanimal is 3. To Mothman is 2. Angels Don't Fall says 5. 3, 4 is correct for me, says Sarah. And Mandanimal's saying number 5 is the Vulcan.
Well, but it's not there though.
4 for pushing buttons. 3 is my final answer, says Sarah. Everjosh says 3. 2 is 4. The picture of number 2 should be the picture for number 4. The thumb touching the ring finger, doing like a peace sign, but with the fingers together. 3 for Kimberly. But like I said, just answer based on the description, so no one gets messed up. 3 for Jessica. I know this is vague, says Jane, but Jane says 2, 3, and 4. It's okay. You could have seen it multiple ways. It's all good. Splatter, what do you remember?
I like the 3 one. Is that the right? Is it still number 3?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the only ones that I messed up were 2 and 4, and that's just the images. The reverse.
Yeah, so it's 3.
Okay.
3.
Okay, like I said, for me, it's the image on the bottom right, which was number 2, but now it's 4 because I haven't messed up. So I remember 2 fingers with the thumb slightly crooked, because if it wasn't crooked, it would be 3 fingers. You see what I'm saying? So it's the thumb was down a little bit and crooked. Bent thumb is what number 2 should be. And number 4 should be thumb on the ring finger like a peace sign, except the fingers are together. All right, next. So, in my past, it was always 2 fingers with the thumb bent in, but not touching any fingers. This is the only examples I could find, but I remember the hand pointing outwards, not inwards. See how the hand points towards you. Actually, the one in Jesus there, the thumb is straight up, so that's even wrong. But it's more like bent in, like I don't know who the woman is on the left, but Lara says 4.
It's probably meant to be Mary.
Yes, I was gonna say it's probably meant to be Mary. Yeah.
Except that I don't remember Mary having red hair. That's weird. I've also never seen Mary without her head covered.
Well,
That could be the Catholic Church. I don't know. But anyway, go on.
No one knows what color her hair was. Maybe it was purple.
Yeah, but not red. Not in that area of not that region. The majority are a mix of the other 3 options, with crossed fingers and a ring finger touching the thumb being the most common. So, I repeat, crossed fingers are the most common.
No.
I do not ever remember crossed fingers.
No, that's why I'm saying no. I disagree with that statement.
And
2 fingers
the
straight up, 2 fingers bent, and the thumb can doing whatever it wants. I don't know.
Yeah, and the one on the right, stop it. Like, no, none of this.
No.
And you see how it's like a 3? It's like I don't remember the thumb sticking straight up and separate from it like that. The thumb was closed in. That's wrong for me. I'm sorry.
Crossing your fingers implies deception.
It does. And those are 2 different ways of crossing the fingers. It's so wrong for me.
Yeah, I mean, why would Jesus need luck? I mean,
Why would that angel in the bottom need straps to hold the wings on?
Cross your fingers for luck, right?
It's all blasphemous. I can't. All right, we can go on.
Yeah, please, quickly before we get cursed, get struck by lightning or something.
The second Mandela can be found in the Gospel of John. Yes, John again. This is after I covered John sleeping on Jesus' lap on. We're probably gonna talk about it tonight, so we'll get to that. A passage that is read in church every Easter has been Mandelaed for me. Sag Arm, are you lurking? Because if so, I gotta add you to my list.
Yeah.
I'm gonna text him in case he doesn't know we have a show.
It's Sunday.
Are you lurking?
There he is.
Yep, he's lurking. Okay. You can ignore my text. We need the next slide to the question, though.
Oh.
Michael Von Daniel says, I summon Philo Fire.
Oh, man, I gotta close my window again. Damn, I hate this season where it's cold and hot, cold and hot.
I do too. I have my air on. It's chilly outside, but inside it's 74 degrees.
I got my window open and I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting chills. I gotta close it.
While Jesus is dying on the cross, what does he eventually die from? A, blood and fluid loss from his wounds, or B, poisoning?
What?
Mr. Super?
Give me a second.
That sounds like a trick question.
Jose says hello to everyone.
Yeah, fluid loss. Absolutely.
Fluid loss.
Because they stabbed him in the side and all the rest of his fluids drained.
I remember suffocating. Welcome, Supernatural Bible Changes. I could go with that. I could go with suffocation.
Suffocation.
Yeah, like from the body dangling, it compresses on the lungs and you can't
Oh
breathe.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a possibility, isn't it? Yeah, the pressure, not being able to breathe because it's too strong. Sort of like C-3PO couldn't breathe with a tin suit on, so they had to cut his belly open.
Jose, Josh, you guys can hop up here if you want. And tell us what you remember.
Well, you've done many times pushing buttons. You're fine. Next month for you. But anybody else, donate. Somebody, please.
There you go.
I'm begging.
Let's see, I'm trying to get more answers and I lost the chat. There it is.
Oh no.
So Kimberly says blood and fluid loss. The pastor said he suffocated to Lara.
Busy Beth.
Suffocation. Oh, it's the same thing. It's Supernatural Bible Changes.
Hi, Mom. Do you know what Izzy Beth?
Pushing buttons is one. Huh?
Izzy Beth.
I do not. New?
Yeah. They're not no wrench and they're gray and they've been saying hi, Mom. Or hey, Mom.
No, hey room.
Oh, hey, no, yeah, sorry.
Welcome, Izzy Beth.
At least you see it. I had to prove you've seen it.
Guys, the question in the chat is, how did Jesus die on the cross?
Microwave.
From
No
blood
way.
and fluid loss.
No.
A is blood and fluid loss. B is poisoning. And you can go with C, suffocation, if you'd like, but that's not the answer. It's not the answer.
Oh, yeah. This pineapple chicken thing cooks the same way as the other one did, the beef burlo I had last night.
In the steam basket.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Jane Doe says A. They did not break his knees, his T-bone, which is how he would have suffocated.
What? You want to see it? It's just this. This is my dinner, Karen, once I cook it.
Paramarv was going to say suffocation. Hello, Paramarv. Well, I got to get to my list. I got to add Izzy and Paramarv.
Okay. Oh, he's such a good boy.
I like that name. Supernatural says, hi, Sandy, Mr. Super and Splatter.
Hi.
Hi, Supernatural.
Didn't the guard that poke him in the side, wasn't that the final? That's a good question.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's the way I remember it. Yeah.
Suffocation. Oh, it's the same person. I'm trying to get answers. I don't see anymore.
So that would go with the blood loss, fluid loss thing. He did the spear in the side sped things up.
Right.
I had a feeling to Mothman. That's why I just gave Izzy Beth the wrench. I had a feeling. But thank you for vouching. Because, you know, we do get trolls around here.
Trolls?
Shock and exposure. Yep, that would be. You would have the shock from the loss of fluids and blood.
All right. Dinner's cooking.
Fast Hemi, hello. We are getting the. After this question, we're going to take a break for Mr. Super to ask another question because we're almost up to 50 people. We're getting the carpool in, Mr. Super.
Right.
Joe Bloor is here. Hello, Joe Bloor.
Hey, Joe.
Okay. So Mothman's a troll hunter. That's awesome.
Cool.
Let's see.
Throw the trolls under the bridge.
Julie says loss of fluids. Izzy Beth says gas. That sounds painful if you could
Yeah, the
die
speed
from
of
that.
destiny.
All right, so
Gas.
how about we just announce it? Because you know they're going to do it. There's 50 people watching Mr. Super.
50.
Yay.
No, I'm saying you should tell them.
You want
Wait
to
a
do
minute,
it? Want to ask me again?
I should go to the next
Yeah, ask
slide.
them. No, stay here a
Yeah,
minute.
Okay.
I want to go in the chat because I want to see the reaction too. All right, so if you've been here from the start, sorry, you have to hear it again. If you just got here, I had a question for everybody. If you're able to chat, please respond in the chat with a 1. If you would like to know, if you could possibly know
Oof.
the cause of the Mandela effect. Put a 2 in the chat if you'd rather not know the cause and you'd rather just have it be a mystery and observe the end effects.
All the ones
You could
again.
have just. The easier way to say it is, do you want to know or do you not want to know? 1 is you want to know. 2 is you don't
Yeah,
want to
but
know.
that implies that I absolutely no one could tell them. I'm asking them hypothetically if there was any way for you to know, would you rather know? And if
3.
you'd rather not know, put a 2 in. Noise Guru says I'm not telling still.
I know, and I'm not telling you.
Even if you responded before, flood the chat with 1s or 2s.
I don't know. I mean, like I said, we can come up with all the ideas in the world, but I don't know if we'll ever know exactly the answer.
No, but look at it hypothetically, Splatter. If you could know, or if you had a chance at knowing what very likely is the cause of it, would you want to know, or would you rather not know? Simple as that.
Yeah, I know. I hear you. I hear you. It's a good question.
42.
Yeah,
42 from
the answer is
Hitchhiker.
42. That's right. We're learning that
It's
in the
always
Hitchhiker's
42,
Guide.
right?
The Hitchhiker's Guide taught us that, right? Yeah.
Yep. Hey, you remember from the Hitchhiker's Guide that the little translator, the Babel fish?
Yeah.
So for those of us that don't know, there's a little fish in this story, Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, that you could stick in your ear and it would translate any language that you were hearing into your language so you can understand whatever speech was around you. They basically have an electronic version of the Babel fish available now.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. So many other sci-fi shows missed out on that idea. They just had like everyone in the universe speaking English.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all 1s again and some 3s.
Yeah, I didn't see any 2s. I saw some 3s, smart aleck stuff, but I didn't see any 2s.
Yeah. And 42 is back. 42 is the answer.
Yeah.
So we're going to have a show tomorrow night after Propagate. So
Yep.
like
So
around
long
10
and thank
o'clock. I'll put it up after this stream. Mr. Super has a video that I will not watch. I'm going to have fresh eyes and watch it with you. We're going to be reacting to a video that Mr. Super has come across. And if you guys want to chime in on this video, you can always join us on the open panel next weekend to discuss anything that, write down something. If there's something you want to mention, you can mention on the open panel. We can talk about it. But
What's that?
tomorrow, the 3 of us will be reacting to a video from Mr. Super.
Oh, I smell it.
And Splatter and I will be watching it for the first time with you guys.
What's that
We're
number,
going deep.
Sarah?
Huh?
Well, Sarah put a long number in the chat. I'm wondering what it is.
I don't see Sarah's comment. Oh, I see it. It's 1.61. Is that pi? Isn't that pi?
No, I don't know.
Hey, we
Golden
Riders and
ratio.
FE Nation.
It's the golden ratio, whatever that is.
The golden ratio. Okay. That's what everything follows the golden ratio. I believe it's the design of God.
Oh, okay. 369?
For God's design, I should say. Hey, Ryu.
Wasn't that a 369 something?
I don't know. I saw people typing in 369 last night. Yeah, pi is 3.14. Thank you, Paramore. The minute I said it, and Noise Guru, the minute I said it, I'm like, wait, that's a 3 point.
Yeah.
Golden ratio. God's design. Did I miss anyone coming in for my list? I think I got everyone. Spider, we can go on.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, hang on a sec. Ah.
Joe Blower's lurking, making dinner.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm doing. I mean, my pineapple chicken and rice.
Thank you. Noise Guru says 369 is Tesla's theory on resonance frequencies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hello, Checo. Is it Checo Perez or Chico? Looks like Checo to me, but there's no C, so I'm not sure. I hate pronouncing people's names wrong because I feel bad.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this has a nice sauce in it, too. Nice.
Welcome, welcome. I had to get to YouTube really quickly. Give Checo a wrench.
Yeah, this might wake me up a little bit more, having food.
There we go. Checo is wrenched. All right. Before the answer, I remember Jesus being offered gall, then hyssop. He refused both times, wanting the clear head when his time to return to the kingdom of heaven came. Yes or no, is that what you remember?
Gall. I don't even know what gall is.
He was
Yes.
offered medicine, pain medicine.
Okay.
Mr. Super, you say yes?
Yes, that's the way I remember it. Yes.
I got a thumbs up from Izzy, 3 thumbs up. Oh, they're talking about Jackie.
What? Jackie's stealing the show.
No, they're talking about telepathy.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Mothman does not remember that. I cannot read Hebrew. I'm sorry, Angels Don't Fall.
They
Jane
stuck
Doe
a
says
sponge
yes.
with a They stuck a sponge with a spear and dipped it in gall and offered it to him, and he declined.
Oh,
And
I
then the
remember
same
that
thing.
now. Yes.
So it's a yes for you too. Okay. Pushing button says yes.
I think a lot of people think that that was a way of offering him a drink. They don't realize that was like an easy out, like a poison.
That's right. That's the way I was thought. It
They
was
were,
like a
they
sponge
were
with
not
Hey,
water.
being
Mr.
nice and just
Super.
offering him a drink.
Yeah,
Mr.
I was
Super.
it was a cloth with water.
What
so
did you just say, Mr. Super?
What did you say?
I said they dipped us. They stuck a sponge with a spear and dipped it in the poison, the gall, and offered it to him, and he declined. And then they did it again with the hyssop, and he declined. And like I said, most people, I think that they were like showing a moment of kindness and offering him a drink, but they don't realize that they were offering him poison. Yes, there was vinegar involved, but it was also
That's not the point.
toxic.
The point is the options were fluid and blood loss or poisoning. And you said poison.
Right.
Okay, we can go on.
All right.
Because if you remember the scripture, like I remember it, this scripture, I remember certain scriptures from being taught in school. We are wrong now. Jesus refuses just once and now accepts the hyssop in every translation I could find.
Whoa.
Wow. No.
Jesus
definitely
died from
not.
poisoning of hyssop.
No, definitely not in my world.
No, he would have known better.
Hey, Astral Fugitive.
He would have known what it is because he would have knowing all knowing, right?
Oh, dude, we have 63 people watching. You guys are amazing. It's 2 in the morning. 63 people at 2 in the morning. You guys are awesome.
Well, it all depends on where they are at.
I don't care where they're at. They're watching us at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I know, but yeah, I'm saying where I am is only 11:05, right? So.
Oh, time-wise.
Yeah.
He was stabbed. He was stabbed through all of this. That's not the issue is he always declined it in my past and now he accepted.
Wow.
That's the Mandela for me. He declined twice in my past and now he only declined once and accepted the second time. That's the Mandela.
Hey.
We can go on, Spider.
Oh, yep.
So here's the Revised Standard Version Catholic Edition. So they put a sponge full of the vinegar on hyssop and held it to his mouth. When Jesus had received the vinegar, he said, "It is finished." And he bowed his head and gave up his spirit. Do you remember that? Yes or no in the chat. Do you remember him taking the poison and dying immediately?
That could just be the Catholic version. I don't know. I don't.
It's not. It's every version.
I've always just done the KJV.
Again, Splatter. It's every version. We can go on.
Oh, man.
So here we have the King James Version. A sponge full of the sour wine on a branch of hyssop and brought it up to his mouth. Therefore, when Jesus had received the sour wine, he said, "It is finished." He bowed his head and gave up his spirit. King James. That was New American Standard Bible, excuse me.
Yeah.
King James is, and they filled a sponge with vinegar and put it upon hyssop and put it to his mouth. When Jesus therefore had received the vinegar, he said, "It is finished," and he bowed his head and gave up the ghost. It's all the same. Every version. He took the poison and immediately died.
Wow.
It's clear he died of poisoning.
What is going on?
Hi, John Keeley. This does not match my memory.
No. That's one of them supernatural Bible changes again.
Private chat, Splatter.
Hmm. What?
Give me 1 second. I'm writing.
Oh.
Oh, that's disturbing, huh?
Yep. Oh, so these are all the same thing. I'm just not going to read them all, but it's every translation. I checked them all.
Yeah.
I checked all the translations. They all say essentially the same thing. Sometimes a word is changed, like ghost instead of spirit. He gave up the ghost. He gave up the spirit. Sometimes it's sour wine and hyssop. Sometimes it's vinegar and hyssop. But it's always the same thing. He accepted the second time.
All of these are the same now.
Mm-hmm. It's all the versions.
Oh yeah. He was wine here, and he took it, and same thing. Sour wine.
Lily says Mandela. Lara must stay. I'm going to listen to music and listen to you all later.
Aww.
Okay, Lara. Have a great night. Thank you for being here for a little while.
Hi, T-Bone.
We're going.
Oh, there's more.
There's more. I'm just showing you it's every translation. If you guys want to look at this in more detail, you can go into the Flickr account, look it up. It's there. Go ahead, Splatter.
Yeah, I just clicked to the next one. Yep.
There might be another one. There's so many.
Okay,
Was Jesus poisoned? Part 1 and 2. The scripture implies now that while on the cross, Jesus died from hyssop poisoning. Never in my past. Please tell me you do not remember this. All right, we can go on.
I think it's pretty much unanimous that no one likes this.
Yeah. With the help of Karen Melanie, sadly Karen, and her husband, I can confidently say that every translation available to us has been Mandelaed. I can't find a single piece of residue the way I remember it.
Well, not right.
No. You can go on next one.
Okay.
The next presentation.
Well, yeah.
Let me see. Let me see the order of the things.
Yeah.
So after this next one, can you jump ahead to Donner? Just to get a new one in there. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And in the meantime, if anybody can donate, it's greatly appreciated. Donuts now.
Yeah. Streamyard expires tomorrow.
Yeah.
Flickr's already expired.
If you like the show and you want to see it again, please donate.
No, the show will still be here. It's just that we won't be able to stream to other platforms. X is going to be expiring next week. The apps to make the slides and stuff, that's all expiring this week. Everything expires at the same time.
Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah.
I just realized while I was changing the slides and put this one on, I mentioned that.
Oh, we're skipping to this one now. Okay. Credit Michael Fontaine. I have a question to ask you for in the studio. It was Michael Fontaine about a plane crash in the mountains that led to unthinkable measures to survive. Thank you, Jessica. Who were the victims of this tragedy in your past? 1, random passengers. 2, the Donner Party. Or 3, a rugby team.
Alive, everybody's saying.
Yeah, it is from the movie Alive. 1, 2, or 3.
It was a rugby team. Yep.
So it's 3 for you, right, Splatter?
Yep.
Three for pushing. Gordon Ramsay. Tim Mothman says rugby. Jessica S says rugby. 3. Pushing Button says 3. Kimberly says 3. Ken says 3. Paramarv says 3. Fast Henry says 3. Joe Flora says 3. Izzy says 3. Izzy Beth, excuse me. Not familiar says ever Josh. Not familiar.
What?
Yes, you are. He was with us, right?
I don't know.
Oh, it was Morgan. I wrote down your name. It was Morgan. I think it was Morgan. No, I still think he was with us. I am so confused right now. Well, you're in the presentation, so apparently it wasn't you. It may have been Morgan. Yes, this is the one. This is the one, Ryu. I'm not going to say it. T-Bone says 3. What is this crash? A 1972 crash in the Andes Mountains. Astral Fugitive says 3. Checo says 1.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Andes Mountains in 1970. Paramarv says 3. Interesting. We have a 2. Zephyr Avoxel says 2. Yeah, I would imagine. Absolutely. All right, we can go on. We have all 3 answers in the chat now.
Uh-oh. But mostly 3s.
Yes. Oh, Zephyr's guessing.
What?
Michael remembers these poor souls as the Donner Party, which is number 2. Originally, I agreed with Michael because the name sounded familiar, but Splatter and not ever Josh apparently reminded me why I knew the name. It was Morgan. I think it was Morgan.
Yeah, I think it was Morgan.
The victims of this plane crash were a rugby team, not the Donner Party, at least in this timeline. The Donner Party were stranded in the mountains, but were a family of pioneers in the 1800s. They got stranded in the Sierra Nevada.
Did they do the same thing as the plane crash people?
Astral Fugitive is way back and says it was like Palm Out. You can go on. I couldn't find any residue of people remembering the Donner Party in the Andes, but Michael is sure of his memory, so I thought I would ask everyone in case they share his memory, and one person did. You're welcome, Checo. Thank you for being here.
One person did.
Go on. Does anyone remember the 1972 crash in the Andes as the Donner Party? If so, please leave a comment below so Michael doesn't feel alone with this memory.
Wow.
Thank you again to Michael Fontaine for sharing what he remembers.
Yeah.
And now you can continue down.
Yeah.
Do Oscar Meyer and then go back up. Oscar
Yeah.
Meyer and then do Dunkin. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oscar Meyer to Dunkin.
Okay.
Mr. Super, you can talk, you know.
We're just
He's in
watching
the
the
chat.
answers.
Oh, I know. I didn't have any input on that last one. Like I had a really vague memory of that crash movie, but I couldn't say like definitively any of them.
Where is it?
All right. Okay.
Oscar Meyer.
Hello, Benita Banks. I have to write the name down. Can you remember? Yeah, Oscar Meyer.
I wish I was an Oscar Meyer. Oh, excuse me.
Oh, gosh.
Sorry.
Okay. Hey,
Well,
Josh is here. Hey, Josh.
Hey,
Woohoo!
can you hear me all right?
Josh.
Yep. Oh, we hear you fine.
Yes.
Not just regular Josh, average Josh.
What's up, everybody? Yeah, I just got
You
home.
know that.
Ah,
Awesome.
So, yeah, I'm doing good now.
you think so?
Good deal.
Glad you're here. Just in time for a new one.
Right?
That may not be a Mandela because I wasn't born yet, but it's weird.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to ask you. And Oscar Meyer is already in Mandela, so maybe it could be. You never know. That's why I ask. So, this is just a quick question about a product I have never seen before, despite years of research. Is it a Mandela? I don't know. I wasn't alive when this was sold. That's why I'm asking all of you.
Wow.
Check out the. Wait, stop. Can you zoom in at the top where it says frozen? Is that merged?
I don't think so.
No, there's a gap.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Check.
There's extra legs on the R and the E though, sticking
the
out
F.
to the left.
And
And
the
the
F.
F.
What?
Yep.
It's breaking through the bars. Like the R and the F and the E are breaking through the bar.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I see.
Okay, we can go on to the question. Yes or no in the chat. Do you remember or have you ever heard of hot dogs being sold in cans with a packet of sauce? Instant lunch or dinner, hot dogs in a can.
Oh God, no.
I've seen a hamburger in a
Anything
can,
but
so I
that.
wouldn't doubt it.
It'd be like, do you want the guillotine or
Yeah.
do you want the hot dog in a can? Oh, let me think about this for a second. Guillotine.
Yeah, I've never seen that full size hot dogs in a can. Like my grandma used to get the little Vienna sausages in a can, but
Okay. Like I said, we were not alive for it. So,
yeah.
but I've never even seen advertisements and stuff for it. I've never seen ads. I've never seen artwork, nothing. I've seen nothing for this. And all of a sudden, it's weird. It's
Oh,
weird.
you see the hammer in a can?
Hammer in a can.
Hamburger.
Oh, hamburger. Yeah, well, you can get. Well, no. No, I haven't seen meat in a can like that.
Oh yeah, same idea.
I don't know if it's the same idea. Wait till you see this. T-Bone says never. Geek says no. Zephyr says nope. Yeah, back when you're broke. I don't know about that, Michael Fontaine. Again, when you see it, Pushing's laughing no.
Like the whole chicken
I-
in a can.
I bet they're delicious, says Noise Guru. Sarah says never. No canned dogs for Fast Emmy. Not Vienna sausages, actual Oscar Mayer hot dogs.
I'm not
Specifically
falling
Oscar
for a hot
Mayer.
dog in the can anytime soon.
Okay, Kimberly says nope, but it probably was. You can buy cake in a can made by the Orkin Company. All right, this is just Oscar Mayer. Hot dogs in a can, nope for Jackie.
In a sack of sauce. Come on, man.
Yeah, all right. So I'm
can
going to
only-
stop reading the chat because I got to read this. Benita says no. So yeah, it's actually called sack o sauce in a can o meat. That's the name of it. Oscar Mayer sack o sauce in a can o meat. This could just be a weird product lost to history. But I have never come across it in 7 years of research. So I thought it can't hurt to ask, have you seen this before? So can you zoom in on the top left, Splatter? Like there was literally a sack of sauce in between the can of hot dogs.
Yeah.
And it was Oscar Mayer wieners
So hygienic.
No deal.
with a sack of sauce.
It's a hard pass for me. I'm out.
Hi, Maria.
Yeah.
Ew.
Who
Such
puts
a
barbecue
terrible
sauce on hot dogs?
Right, exactly. Well, you're going to see it all made up afterwards in a minute.
Well,
Pork and beans, though, is technically the barbecue sauce, isn't it? Like the
actually, I
stuff
would
that
rather have barbecue
baked
sauce
beans is
on
in.
a wiener than ketchup. Yuck.
I'm not eating that, says Fast on me. LOL, just wow, says Sarah. Izzy Beth says gross. I object to the usage of the word sack.
Mustard and you relish.
Kimberly says ew. Ken remembers it. Do you remember it with the sack of sauce, though? It's got to be a sack of sauce. Because it's a sack of sauce and a can of meat.
Mustard and relish.
John Keeley says there's a certain group that likes their wieners in a can.
Mustard with green relish.
There's so many just could be made.
Barbecue sauce on hot dogs is awesome, says Paramars.
I'll have to try it sometime.
T-Bone says seems like an after World War II thing. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, actually, this might be the 40s. I'm not. Yeah, it's got to be. It's got to be late 40s, early 50s.
Oh yeah.
Never seen that before, says Maria. All right. I even cringe when people refer to a bag as a sack, says Sarah.
Oh, there's more.
All right. No, it's just more ads. There's artwork and ads, and my goodness, it's just weird. I've been researching.
Yeah. Where's the
Stuff
mustard
like
and relish
this.
sauce?
There were 3 types. There's a barbecue. There was I don't know what the other ones were because you can't read it. It's hard to read.
What's going on with that lady?
Yeah, all the ones I've
Did
seen.
she eat too many of these?
We can't hear you. You were a little muffled there, Mr. Super.
So what's going on with that lady's cheek? Has she like had too many of these things? She's got a big goiter on her cheek.
Oh yeah, no, that's contour with the blush.
Mm.
Well, you don't
Doesn't
like the
feel
But-
raccoon. Ken doesn't like
but-
the raccoon whisperer. I think he's killing him with all the hot dogs.
I think you could get slapped inviting a young lady over for dinner. What are we having? Sack of sauce and a can of meat. Well,
I don't
No
know what
date
the
for
other
you.
flavors were, but it was different meats. So there's like a pork hot dog, a beef hot dog, and what's the other one? Selected beef and pork. Okay, so there's beef and pork.
Yeah,
I thought there was a third one though, so maybe it was beef and pork. I don't know. But anyway.
I believe he's been feeding him for 20 years, right?
Mm-hmm. You can go on Splatter. They're just more pictures.
Yeah. All these different conversations going on.
That's what it looked like. They actually wanted you to make hot dogs like that. Maybe your parents or grandparents remember this? What do you all think? Could this be a product from an alternate past merged into ours? Or just a product we never heard of? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
And that's the barbecue sauce on top from the sack.
Yes.
Yeah, it must be.
It's all. Yeah, it looks super chunky.
It looks very chunky.
yeah, like salsa. Right?
Looks gross.
Sandy, do you have a year for this?
I don't have a year for it. I can Google it and see if anything comes up. Give
Yeah,
me
see if
one
you can nail
moment.
down a year. 'Cause, I mean, I'm 62 years old. I've never heard of this. So, what year?
I'm Googling. What year
What year could you get a sack of sauce
did
and a can of dogs?
did Oscar Meyer sell their sack o' sauce in a can of meat?
Served with broccoli.
It says 1947.
Is that broccoli?
Probably.
Oh, so
But
none of
then
us
there's
are
also
going to be old enough.
1950. It was around for a few years. 1950.
Yeah,
They
see, that
expanded
predates
the line
me.
in 1948.
You'd
Try to
have
see if I
to
can
be
find
like
the
75 years old. You'd have to be like 75 years old to have been around when this
Yeah.
happened.
Wow.
Sacco. What? That's the name of an article. Oh, 1955 was when they discontinued it.
Well, hello. What's that?
Okay, now you're going to go back up to Dunkin. Splatter.
Ouch! Ouch! Oh.
You okay?
I'm okay. Every time I move a certain direction, you know.
Uh-huh. So you're going back up to the rewinds and going to Dunkin. And then
All
just
right.
following the list down.
Yeah. Oops. What I do?
Hello, Carrie Skates.
Duncan. You were my friend, Duncan. We met one time.
I hope you all had a nice Easter.
Or 420. Did I have it?
John Keeley asks, why are frozen hot dogs different from the ones in a can?
Because the ones in
I
can
only
are
get
slimy.
hot dogs. I don't get frozen hot dogs. I get hot dogs that are in the plastic wrap.
Yeah.
Refrigerated hot dogs.
And they're always an off number that doesn't can calculate with the buns.
I know. I don't know why they do that. Bill Bloor, I'm going to tell you the answer is yes. I don't, but other people did. When he passed away, we were talking about it, and they were talking about it in the chat, and some people did remember him dying before.
Who?
I don't remember who. It was in the chat.
Somebody died and you don't know who?
No, Val Kilmer died.
Oh, Val Kilmer. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he's talking about if anybody remembers him dying 2 or 3 times, and I said yes.
No.
I don't remember who they were in the chat that remembered it. What the heck? Okay, Mr. Super or Josh, not Jeff. Sorry about that. Would either of you like to read this one
It's all right.
about Dunkin' Donuts?
Sure, I can read.
All right, go for it, Josh. Thank you.
This one may not be a Mandela effect, but it's Easter related, and once again, everyone asked had no memory of this, so I decided it's worth asking everyone.
Okay, I'm gonna have to ask you not to read only because you're breaking up bad. I'm gonna
am
have
I?
to read it. Yeah, we heard related and once memory of this, so we lost like a half sentence.
No,
Weird.
actually, I heard it
All
all.
right.
Sandy.
I heard it all.
Sorry.
You did? You heard it all?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, that's weird. Because that happens to Splatter. He won't be able to hear me, but everybody else can.
That's right. Yeah, that was your turn.
Now it's my turn. So then please continue, Josh. If everybody else can hear you, that's all that matters.
It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Next.
Yep.
Next.
Wow.
Yes or no? If you grew up with Dunkin' Donuts, do you remember them doing anything special for Easter in the 1980s? If yes, what do you remember?
And if you already saw this one and you remember, just answer what you originally answered, please.
Yeah, I didn't have Dunkin' Donuts here in the 80s. I didn't get it here until like the 2000s.
We are Tim Hortons or Robbins up here.
I'm going to try to bump everyone's volume up to match Josh's mic.
Only
But
Josh,
if we get
Frank,
crackly, guys, let us know, okay?
Oh, am I too loud or too soft? I can adjust
You're
mine.
very
No, you're
loud.
fine.
But we're also very soft. I can hear that we're soft. I'm having trouble hearing Mr. Super and Splatter, so I'm bumping their mics up.
Oh no! Bump me
But
up.
if it starts to crackle, let me know. All right, guys, check in. Mr. Super and Splatter, say hi.
Hi.
Yeah,
How you
it
doing?
might be on your end, Sandy, because everybody, it seems strong for everybody else, I think.
No, I have a comment in the chat saying that Josh is louder than everybody else.
Well, yeah,
Okay,
he is.
All right. Well, how is it now? Do I
good.
That's good.
sound any better now?
You're good. Everyone else seems
Okay.
low to me.
Oh, you're fine.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm on a new setup and using it for the first time. The computer's actually working.
And oh, it's working
Well, it
good.
seems really
So-
good, Josh.
See, I can barely hear you, Mr. Super. And I turned your volume all the way up. I can barely hear you.
Splatter, can you hear me okay?
I just
you-
turned it all the way up
Yeah, I did that time.
that time, but before you were super muffled.
Yeah, I can
Like
always
you're
hear
not
you, but
near
yeah,
the
you're
microphone.
a little bit quiet.
Huh.
And Splatter, you sound the same way, like you're both away from the microphone.
No, I'm right here. I haven't moved.
No, that's the problem. You haven't moved. You've sounded far away since the beginning of the show.
Oh, well, no, man, it should be fine though. I'm right in front of my mic.
Yeah. See, Tiny Squish says, he's not breaking up for me, but he's 10 times louder than everyone else. We all sound low.
Sorry.
No, not you. It's we sound low. That's the issue.
Oh.
That's Streamyard. It's not our fault.
You're the
Yeah,
only one that's
StreamYard.
got
Well,
it
I turned
right,
my mic
Josh.
way down.
That's what's going
Well, you're a little quieter now.
Like I said, if we start to crackle, let us know because adjusting the mic can make it crackle. So, yes or no in the chat. I'm still waiting for yes and no's.
Crackle, crackle. Oh, who's this? Blue Moon Bright Star?
Yes, welcome Blue Moon Bright Star. I'm writing this down real fast. Hold on. And I gotta go here. Welcome to the 1500 Club. There we go.
I mean, they just
Done.
recently brought Dunkin Donuts up here, but still, it's mainly ruled by Tim Hortons.
I'm still waiting for yes or no's in the chat. Guys, do you remember them doing anything special for Easter in the 1980s? Dunkin Donuts. Yes or no? And panel. Josh, Mr. Super, Splatter, anybody.
Oh yeah, like I said, we didn't have the Dunkin Donuts here until the 2000s, so I wouldn't remember this one.
Okay.
I'll just guess that they made a bunny-shaped donut. Okay, I don't know.
So it's a
I'll
no
throw
for
that
you.
out
You're
there.
just guessing.
Yeah, I'm just totally throwing that out there. Yep, just a guess.
I've never been to a
Mr.
Dunkin'
Super?
Donuts. We had
And in Canada,
Don
we have
Donuts
Robin's Donuts. We have Tim
and
Hortons.
Donna's Donuts. So I've
I'm
never
sorry.
had Dunkin'
Splatter,
Donuts.
can you hear Mr. Super? Because you just talked right over him. I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right. What did you say, Mr. Super?
We had a local donut shop called Don Donuts, and then we had another local shop called Donna's Donuts. And I've never been to a Dunkin', and I don't like Krispy Kreme. So anybody that sold Krispy Kremes, I didn't ever have them either.
Okay. Jessica says no. Benita says no. Paramar says no.
No.
Congratulations, Michael Fontaine.
What?
His daughter got baptized. PG2424, hello. Hold on, I gotta add PG to the list. Okay, Blue Moon Bright Star says no. PG2424 says no. Let's see. Kimberly says no. Tim Othman says no. T-Bone says no. Temmie says no. Joe Blore says no. Maria says no. Carrie was born in 89. That's okay. Geek says no. Noise Guru says donut now. All right, I'm going to do it. I haven't done it all night. Here we go.
You have to. Yep. Donut
Yeah,
now.
I know. I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
What's desperate?
Donuts appreciated. Here you go, guys. Donuts appreciated.
Donuts needed.
There we go. Yeah, they're actually needed right now. Yes, that's true. Let's see. Where was I? Well, I was far up the list. We got no for Izzy Beth. Easter sprinkles, maybe? T-Bone's guessing.
Okay, and you're a little far
NA
away.
for pushing buttons. Zephyr has donuts. Pictures of donuts. Glazed. Noise Guru. Glazed bars, bear claws, or holes. Just donut now.
You did this on purpose, Andy. You knew doing a presentation about donuts would get people talking. No, I'm just kidding.
Well, kind of coincidental.
I'm putting the mic settings back because I'm hearing people breaking up.
Oh no.
No, not edit name. Why can't I edit your mic settings?
I don't know. Am I coming in okay?
No, I mean, I can edit your mic settings. I can't edit Mr. Super's.
Oh no.
It's grayed out. I don't know. Okay, anyway.
Maybe
we can go on.
Maybe it's because I'm muted for a second. Try it again.
Yeah, that would be it. Okay. All right. Next. Splatter. What? I really had no. I cannot hear you.
Yeah, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I have no memory of egg carton donuts. Egg-shaped donuts for Easter, served in an egg carton. Does anyone remember this? I can't find anything online about these with the exception of the images above.
$1.49 a dozen. That's pretty good.
Yes. So it's like egg-shaped munchkins, I guess.
Oh,
but they served it in an egg carton, which I think is hilarious.
Well, I wonder what type of donut places, I'm going to Ken answered, did they have in Australia? Or do they have donuts in Australia?
Hey, Prelim. Prelim says nope. Maria says no. Fast Hemi says no. Not at all for pushing buttons. Yes, I think they look like they're filled, but it could just be the drawing. Nope, but great idea, says Tim Othman. Yeah, like, why didn't they bring this back?
Yeah.
Nope for Geek. We can go on.
I don't know. Never heard of it.
Hi, Mustard Seed.
What?
Mustard Seed of Faith is here.
Oh, okay. Oh.
That's not all. I also have no memory. But I could be too young to remember of Dunkin Donuts doing great deals like this. Glass jars filled with donuts for under $5.
Whoa.
The price change could be regional, or it could be around so long that the price increased. I don't know. Because one says $5, one says $2.99. I just went with the higher priced one. But on the right, you could get a glass canister
Libby's
of Munchkins for $2.99. That's insane.
Yeah, we had several of those glass jars just like that in my house growing up as a kid.
Oh, really? Yeah.
I wouldn't be.
We had them too, but ours didn't come from Dunkin. Did yours come from Dunkin?
No, I don't think so. Like I said, we didn't get it till way later.
Oh, okay. I have a few of
But they
them
look good.
from Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree sells them. Probably not as big. The ones I have are smaller.
Huh.
Yeah, donut holes were my favorite. So if we had this when I was a kid growing up, we call them donut holes. I'd never heard them called munchkins before.
No.
But yeah, those look like donut holes. And that was my favorite. I would have totally bought those egg carton things.
Dunkin Donuts calls them munchkins.
Yeah.
That's their name for it.
Robin's Donuts calls them Robin eggs.
And Tim Hortons calls them Timbits.
Yeah, Timbits. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was trying to remember the Tim Hortons, and I couldn't remember.
We can go on, Splatter.
Tim Hortons is down there now too, huh?
But was it pricey? Because you got the glass
donuts.
jar too. I think $3 even back then was a great price because you got the glass canister and they were filled with the munchkins.
Yeah. I came to thinking. I think Burger King bought a lot of Tim Hortons.
Go ahead. There were a ton of different promotions too. Like there was just a glass jar with a big glass lid. There was a pumpkin.
Oh.
Do you guys remember any of these?
No.
The glass
Ooh,
one
no.
is a Coventry canister.
Donuts don't usually last long enough to be stored in a jar.
So I'm just showing you it's different holidays. So like Halloween they had the pumpkin. For Christmas they had the Coventry canister.
Cheapers. No, everything's gotten cheaper now.
What is the Christmas one?
That
And
one?
releases, nope.
This one here, I'm guessing, is the Christmas one down here. Oops. Oh, I did it.
Yeah, I mean, what's it supposed to be shaped like?
Oh, just this oval.
Which one?
Here.
There's a pumpkin. There's
The
just a
Christmas
regular. The Christmas one's just a regular jar. The tall one with the little.
Apple.
Is it? Yeah,
Oh, that's an apple. I thought it was a
It
pumpkin.
says Crystal Apple.
It says Crystal Apple. Yeah.
Oh, interesting. What's an apple have to do with Christmas?
I don't know. The only thing I could tell is Christmas because this stuff here.
You know what? Maybe it was for, like some kids, like to give your teacher a gift for Christmas. Maybe that's what the apple was for.
Oh,
like
yeah.
To give to your teacher.
Makes sense, yeah.
I thought there was a pumpkin. I guess it does look more like an apple. But what I'm saying is these are all like Christmas gifts, like the top left too. The top one.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got holly around it. That's the canister that they were talking about on the right.
Yeah, this one here. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another Christmas one here, just tube.
That's the one I'm talking about, Splatter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about this one.
No.
It's hard to tell.
I know. They're all canisters.
Yeah, the only one that looks like something is this apple one, which took a minute to figure out there's an apple.
Yeah. All right, we can go on. Okay. They also had a much bigger menu in the 1960s and 70s. It seems strange to me that a company would cut their menu down this much unless they were struggling. Is it a new earth, Dunkin', or just info I never knew? So guys, do you remember Dunkin' Donuts being like a full-service diner?
Like a Tim Hortons.
Pancakes? They had pancakes? Dinner specials?
Well, Tim Hortons
Not
is
just
ridiculous
breakfast.
nowadays. They only got like 6 donuts and everything else. There's like sandwiches and stuff.
They had dinner
Sounds like
specials
an IHOP or
at
something.
Dunkin' Donuts. Yeah, it's more like an IHOP, correct.
Nope. Well, like I said, yeah, that's in States anyway.
Nah, not for me.
Mr.
I'm a
Super? Nope. To Mothman is no, never. Are you going to bed, T-Bone? Yeah, T-Bone's going to bed. Have a great night. Thank you for being here.
Maybe we should meet up for coffee sometime, T-Bone.
Geek says no. Joe Bloor says no. It's not a Waffle House, says Geek. Well, apparently it was back then. I don't get it. We can go on, Splatter.
Oh, yeah, I'm just reading the chat and thinking.
Maria says no.
Going off in the days.
Don't remember, says Izzy Beth. And finally, toys. Do you remember Dunkin selling super realistic play food for kids? So realistic that kids probably tried to eat them. They were also scented to smell like donuts.
That's definitely getting a kid to eat it.
Yeah. So I have no memory of Dunkin' Donuts selling scented toys for kids.
Did they squeak?
No, that's
They look like
No, I don't
they'd be
think
like
they-
a squeak toy for a dog.
No.
Sorry.
It's okay, no.
If you squeeze them,
not
they should say
squeeze.
no. No.
Not that I'm aware of. Because, again, these were for kids, like for their play kitchen sets.
Huh.
The Night Noise Guru, PG2424 says no.
Guaranteed children are going to be chewing on those things.
Smith Man says what? That's sadistic. Maria says no. That's just cruel. You make me smell donuts, but then I can't eat it, says Paramarv. Izzy Beth is nope. No way, says Pushing Buttons.
Nope. But it looks like they did. Look at those. They're yellow.
You can go on.
Oh, no. They did the Tim balls, too?
Or Tim. Those are munchkins.
Yeah, I know. I'm Tim Horton. And I
Okay.
didn't even say it right. They're Timbits, not Tim balls. Tim's balls. Oh, no.
So as you can see, they are packaged in Dunkin' Donuts packaging.
Yeah.
These were sold in the late 80s and early 90s.
Fake milk, too?
No way.
In the late 80s, I was a child, depending on the year. I was 10 in 86. So I would have been the target demographic probably for this.
Yeah. There you go.
And I've only seen play food look fake, not look like the real deal like this stuff is. Does anyone remember these? I do not.
No, like I said, they didn't have Dunkin' Donuts up in Canada back then, so.
This is the late 80s and early 90s, guys.
Yeah.
No.
I don't think Dunkin' came up here until into the 2000s.
Geek says they look familiar. I don't know, Izzy Beth. All I know is that they sold them.
T-Bone's the only other person I can ask. He's from my neck of the woods. Okay.
Where's that comment? Was this like only for certain markets? No, that's not the one I'm looking for. Where's the other comment? In the toy section. They didn't have a toy section in Dunkin' Donuts, so I don't know. I don't know if they sold it in stores in the toy, like if Toys R Us sold them, or if it was just in Dunkin'. But in Dunkin' they sold these, so I don't know if they also sold them in Toys R Us or Kitty City or something like that. You can go on.
I got to tell you, Tim Hortons isn't as good as it used to be. It got big and went downhill.
We don't have them here. We can go on.
I did.
Do you think these are all just obscure info I never knew? Or do you think these could be deals and products from another timeline? I just find it strange that every person I asked at the time had no memory of any of these. A lot of you didn't either. Let me know what you think in the comments below.
Yeah.
And like I said, a lot of these were sold when I should have remembered it, but I don't remember them.
What in the world?
This. I don't think we're supposed to be doing this one.
I went to the next slide and this is what showed up.
About the eclipse. Yeah, no, we're not doing this one.
Skip out of this and grab something else.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a plan. Yeah, you're going down to Teresa.
You have a plan. I'm just following along.
Yeah.
You want Teresa now?
Yep.
Not really, but bump. Oh shoot!
I like the background you chose, Sandy.
Thank you.
It's a new one. I don't think I'd ever seen this one, but appropriate for the day.
That's the whole point. It's only for Easter.
It's kind of blasphemous.
Yeah.
Easter Rewind. In 2022, Teresa found something strange happening to two types of pine trees, and this usually happens every year around Easter. And if you saw this one before, just answer what you originally answered.
Have you
ever heard of pine trees growing crosses for Easter?
What?
Yes or no in the chat.
I'm a yes on this
Teresa
one.
Lynch. You're a yes.
What do you mean by growing crosses?
They grow a cross. They grow a cross.
Wow.
That's all I can describe it. In the chat, we have no for Astral Fugitive. Good night, Benita. Thank you for being here.
I can't picture
No for Geek. No for Tim Mothman. No for PG2424. No for Joe Bloor. No, never for Kimberly. No for Fast Hemi. No for Pushing Buttons. Mustard Sea of Faith says Homer. I'll sell my soul for a donut. I assume you mean Homer Simpson.
Yeah.
Yes. No, I've heard of crosses made of pine, but not pines having growing crosses.
I don't
This is
understand.
Paramar.
And how
Nah,
could it
says
just be-
Izzy Beth.
How could it just be for the season and not just like since birth of the tree? I don't understand.
Philomeno says something about this, yes, cross-shaped things. Well, I'm taking medicine.
See Sasquatch bending trees together to make crosses.
We can go to the next slide.
Sasquatches.
And Josh,
Uh,
since I finished reading your presentation, can you finish reading this one?
Sure.
yeah.
Thank
Alright.
you.
Specifically, two species of pine trees are known to grow crosses in the spring around Easter. The loblolly and the ponderosa pines.
Long Holly.
Mustard Seed is screaming no.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Next. I guess.
What I find really interesting is that many who live in the area where these trees grow have never heard or seen crosses growing on these trees.
No.
Is there some pictures, like some close-up ones to
Oh,
see
yeah.
what? Because I'm still kind of confused as to what to. Yeah, well, I mean, I figured
Yeah,
it was.
so am I. I'm
But
looking at this map here. I mean, look, there's the Ponderosa ones are down here, and the other ones up here. The Lulla ones, whatever. Maybe I don't know.
yeah, definitely not in my area.
Is it? No, I'm up here. It doesn't show nothing.
Mm.
Anyway, what is that?
That is the problem.
Also, just to share, they have flowers that look like mini pink pine cones.
Is
That
this
is
a
the
slide
flower.
out of place?
Huh.
No, I'm just saying that is the quotations flower because obviously it's not petals, but that is what they call it the flower.
Yeah, that's a weird looking thing. I want to see these tree crosses.
Yeah, we're gonna see them.
And here's what you've been waiting for: the crosses.
Okay.
So those pink things turn into
Huh.
the crosses, I believe.
Wow. Okay. It's just the
And
pine
it goes out
stone
on.
kind of misleading.
No,
That's weird.
it's not. Wait until you see that there's a line of them. Go to the next slide, Splatter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
They're like on top of the tree.
Well, let's do church service here under this tree.
To be fair, the second one at the top looks like a cactus, but still.
To be fair,
Do they have little star forts underneath them? No,
some
I'm just kidding.
sort of tertiary structure. Oh, there's a whole little story down here. I don't know if you want me to go into that.
No, I don't think they disappeared the next day. But they're called, the pine tree cross story. It's cut off. The whole story's not there, so there's no point in reading it.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see that. Yeah, I started to.
You can look it up if you want to look it up, but
I started to read it. Right, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, interesting.
Did not know. Hey, we learned something.
yep. Next,
Yeah, what? Just the next one doesn't matter.
you're going down in order, straight down.
Yeah, okay, that'd be this one then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do 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 do.
You're not presenting.
No, no, I'm getting there. It takes a minute sometimes.
I know, but sometimes you forget, so I have to say something if it's been a bit.
Yeah, sometimes. Yeah. I missed one click. I mean, I got them all this
Okay.
time.
This question I'm about to ask could very well be info I never knew, so please forgive me if I'm wrong, but every Jewish person I have asked had no memory of this either. Next slide. True or false? In ancient times, Jewish people not only believed but worshipped multiple gods.
Well, yeah.
In ancient times, Jewish people did not follow the God of the Bible. Instead, they worshipped multiple gods. True or false?
Well, yeah. Look at the Moses story. didn't know multiple, but at least there was a cow.
Hey, Ryan. Gotta add Ryan to the list.
I think it's true.
Ryan says no.
You're a mixed
Hey,
up.
Neo Freak.
You're mixed up anyway.
Let's see.
What else we got?
Yeah, Mr. Super sorta here.
Mhm. Yeah, I don't know about this
sort
one.
of.
Mhm. I think that they definitely were not supposed to be, worshiping multiple gods. But like Splatter said, I think there was some cases where they, were. But yeah, I mean, according to the Bible, there should be no other gods before me. It's like I heard that all the time. So they were definitely supposed to be one God.
I always heard just Elohim. Geek says, well, yes, shortly before being exiled, they'd start worshiping their neighbors' gods. Some Jewish people did worship others as Paramar. Izzy Beth says yes. Maria says false. Joe Bloor says yes. So true. Elijah versus false prophets, says Geek. Kimberly says true, because being Jewish didn't mean you worship the God of the Old Testament.
Okay. Next.
Yeah. Welcome, Rudy, aka Rudy Dog. I gotta write him down. Hold on, it's gonna take me a minute. Okay, go ahead.
Ready, bended. Orange chicken and rice.
In my past, they only worshiped Yahweh or Elohim. The only difference between us was the Christians believed in Jesus Christ as a savior later on, obviously later on in life, the Son of God, but that's not true. So it was false for me. Go on.
Right.
It's true that they worshiped Yahweh, but ancient Jewish people also worshiped gods and goddesses such as Asherah, Mot, and Shamash. If I pronounce that wrong, don't care because they're not gods to me.
Weren't they fallen angels, those ones?
I don't know.
What Shamash name and the Asher name look familiar.
Yeah, none of those look familiar to me.
Yeah, me either. All right, go ahead, Spider.
Yeah.
Or is that the last one? All right, go on next one.
This is it.
Oh, I go on to say, like I said, I could be completely wrong, but I have no memory of this in the Bible. I only remember the Canaanites worshiping these gods, not the Jewish people. Do you think this could be a Mandela effect? What's next, Splatter?
Next. No comment.
A Jewish friend of mine who's not in the Mandela community came to me saying she didn't remember that.
Huh. Denial. Huh?
I'm
happened?
trying to put up on the screen. It won't let me do it. There we go.
Oh, I was gonna say I thought no.
Guys, this is a really old rewind. This is from 2020. So if you saw us before, just answer what you originally answered. The Last Supper has changed many times over the years, and I think it's changed again.
Oh no.
It's 5 years old. Oh my goodness.
What is that?
That is a knot. I was looking at it recently in 2020 and noticed something new for me. Do you remember knots on the tablecloth of the Last Supper? Now, I've talked about this many times, so you may have known, but I'm asking you, did you know about it before you heard me talk about it, or is this new for you now?
I never looked at that details of it before, so.
Oh, I have.
You should just look at what's on the table and what they're doing, and
No, you can't miss it. The sides of the table are knotted, and I found this when I found the creases in the table from being folded.
I never noticed their feet before. Look at their feet right there.
Yeah. Covered that too.
Yeah, I don't think they usually show the feet.
Hmm?
Like when,
That's a
like when
Mandela
you know
that
what I
you can
mean
see
when
the
you see
feet.
the picture. Oh, is it?
It is. It's a Mandela that you can see the feet. We've covered that.
You're looking at the top of the table, yeah.
Yeah, I missed that one. Normally you just see from like, the table is the bottom of the picture and you see everything above it.
Yeah.
Oh no, we've looked at it many times, or I've looked at it many times because
Weird.
the actual fresco that you see now is a doorway in it. There's all sorts of stuff. So this is a high-res image of the original and magnified. I missed the magnifying glass.
Yeah.
It's a lot easier to show you with it magnified than not magnified.
There we go. I can do that. I can get
Yeah,
one
but
picture.
you can barely see it there. That's what the magnification tool was for, but Apple got rid of it like stupid idiots they are. If you go below, it's the same image, but it's magnified. So you can easily see the knots on the ends.
Yeah. And this guy holding the knife, I never noticed before.
Yeah, we've covered all of that.
Yeah, I know, but that's new to me-ish. I never knew about the knife.
Okay, go on.
Did you say that the door being there, that was a Mandela effect also? Like,
No. There's 100 Mandela effects to this painting. So the doors
right?
on
Yeah,
the
no,
sides,
yeah, I understand.
the door in the back, but yeah, that tan door underneath the doorway that's covered up right at the bottom. Many do not remember that there.
Oh, yeah, because I was just thinking, I seen a video a couple years ago, like a little documentary, the 10-minute, 15-minute video about this, and it said something about the door being put in after the fact. I don't remember how long ago or what year it was or something, but that's all. That's the only reason I was asking.
No, I got you.
Oh, what's this?
Yeah.
This is just showing you that other artists who recreated the Last Supper also include the knots on the corners.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Just didn't know.
No to the knots, says Maria. Never caught that, says Isabel. Gotta love Apple, says Ryan. Yeah, taking away the magnifying glass, so lets us show you things like this.
Wasn't it supposed to be Ellen?
What?
This middle one. I'm just trying to figure out who these people are. Look, this one looks like Ellen.
It probably is. Yeah, it's Ellen being sacrilegious with a duck
Yeah.
around her neck.
Oh yeah, she's an evil woman. That one.
Imagine that.
Hmm.
Yeah, I was just watching a documentary thing on her how she left. She's gone now. She's fled the country.
Yep.
Good.
Yeah, well, good riddance. Yeah. Hope she goes to one of
Hope she didn't go to Canada.
lots of earthquakes. Not to Canada. We don't want her.
Keep going, Splatter.
Okay.
And you just skipped over one, I think. It doesn't matter. These are just more. You can see. You don't have to go through them all. It's fine. Just keep going.
I didn't.
I'm just showing you how often you see these knots on the corners.
Oh, the knots. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
I just didn't notice how many times people did mockery of this.
So here's residue of no knots.
Oh yeah.
And it also turns out that when you don't see the knots, you also don't see the folds in the tablecloth. So when we're done, if we don't see another one of the original, I'll have you go back to show the folds. But there's no folding here. You just have the tablecloth. Look at that. No folds, just the tablecloth. That's the way it was in my pass.
Ramsey.
Go ahead. Residue, no folds, no knots. Go ahead.
Yep. Oh no.
All right. That's the last one, so you're going to go back. Go back to the original where I have the first time you see it, where it's at the top and the bottom. Right there. Go back. Actually, right there is good. Right there. Stay there. Zoom in to the left of the red line.
Yeah, see all the folds in the cloth.
See the square folds? Yeah.
Yeah. I get it.
Yeah. That's one of the things I covered years ago, too.
Okay. That's only on the ones with the knots on them it shows, right? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I see them all here, yeah.
Okay, what's next?
And that's gone. Okay. Interesting.
Next is there's another Last Supper. So there's two Last Supper links.
Oh, I gotta get that.
I feel like we're missing a link here. There should be two egg ones, I thought.
I'm
gonna go look at my list in my notes app. I feel like there should be two Easter eggs. There is. I don't know why there. Oh, there's two presentations missing.
There's another one coming up.
I know there's another Last Supper one, but I'm getting you the new. Oh no.
What's this?
I'm getting you the. I know there. Listen to me, Splatter.
Yes.
It missed some presentations.
Right.
So when you get the Easter eggs, go to the new ones. You'll see the ones that are missing. I just posted it.
Oh, you just put it up?
Yeah, because they got cut off. I guess it had a character, like a maximum amount of characters. It cut off two presentations.
Do you not want me to do the next supper one?
No, I do want you to do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
But just after this, then I go back and get the eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs for supper?
Yeah. Yeah. Just like when you leave a comment, I guess it says, nope, you can't do that many characters in the private chat either. All right, guys. Oh, that's tiny. There you can really see the folds in the you don't even have to zoom in. You can see the folds in the tablecloth there.
You want me to zoom so you can read it better? Or?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Some versions of the Last Supper have changed, in my opinion, drastically. I believe a reality is merged with ours, where John is seated differently. However, Da Vinci's version does not reflect this Mandela. And this is what I was talking about earlier. I said we were going to get to it with John. This is the one.
Is he on the John?
Yeah.
Oh. Move on.
Also, another big Mandela for me is
Uh-oh.
Jesus. He wore white and blue, not red and blue. This is pink, but usually it's red.
Yeah, that's pink.
In the original, it's red and blue, and it used to be white. Welcome, Samantha Valdez.
Again. What?
I don't know if they had veganism back then, though. You do realize that plants are alive?
Everything's alive.
Like they live, like plants can speak to one another, they can sing, they can dance, they can sleep,
Yep.
they can see. Plants are just as sentient as any animal is. Just give you a heads up.
No way.
Yeah. Oh, they even had there's a plant that can shapeshift.
Yep.
And they thought it was communicating with the plants around it. But it shapeshifted into the shape of a plastic plant, which means it was able to see.
Wow.
It can see. So plants are just as sentient. And apparently they can sing and talk. We just can't hear it 'cause it's too soft or at a frequency that we can't hear.
Well,
Yet plants are just as alive. They just can't. I mean, they walk now, too. Some trees walk. So
Yep.
I guess people are just going to have to eat water. Yes or no?
So Little Shops of Horror was a, sorry,
Yep.
it was a documentary. Sorry.
Currently, in this reality, there's so many
That's
Mandelas
crazy.
of plants, it's crazy.
Yeah.
I used to have a lot
crazy.
more plants in my house than I do now.
Well, they can hear you, so talk to them.
Oh, I do. I told them how I missed the other plants, and one night got rid of by accident.
No, hold on, wait. Samantha, it is true. It's 100% true. I've covered all of these Mandelas. They're all Mandela effects. I'm dead serious. Plants can sing, they can see, they can walk,
They can
they
be
can-
afraid.
they can be afraid, you can touch there's some plants that you can touch and they will instantly shrink down away from you.
Shy, yeah.
They can do all of those things. They're all Mandela effects. I'm not just saying that. I'm being completely serious.
Well, I seen that years ago. They put like a roach clip on a leaf, and had a wire going to a device thing, and then it put a flame near the plant. And as soon as the flame got near it, the meter starts going crazy.
Yeah. Also, the stoma on the stoma cells in a plant open and close and breathe. They breathe for the plant. Like, it's all true. I've covered them all.
Yeah, I've seen it before too. I vouch for it.
They make screaming sounds. Yes, plants have been heard making screaming sounds.
Yep. Everything is alive.
Everything is fully alive. It's crazy. So, yes or no, have you ever seen a version of the Last Supper with John on Jesus's lap, leaning on him or sleeping on the table?
It's not showing on this picture, is it? No.
I'm pretty sure that Jesus and the apostles ate lamb. Just to be clear, though.
And fish.
And fish, yes.
Well, any animal that chews its cud and has split hooves.
So Mossman says lap. No, never. Geek says yes. That's what I said. The plants love to hear your voice. That's why I said I hope you're talking to them, Splatter.
Yeah, I do. Like I say, I was getting onto that.
No, I agree with
Not
that.
on
I
the
don't
left
think.
there.
I agree with that, Samantha. I don't recall Jesus eating cow, pig, or chicken. I agree with that. but he did eat fish and lamb.
Oh, he wouldn't eat pig? Are you kidding? Not a chance.
Yeah. It's part of Passover to eat lamb, yes. Yeah, little amounts. That's what I was saying, Maria. The stoma, they breathe. Open, close, open, close, open,
Yeah.
close.
So I had an avocado plant. Oh,
I could probably show you some of them, Samantha, if I gotta look them up, though.
excuse me. I'm sorry. It was a pomegranate plant that I had. It was beautiful. And it actually gave me fruit one year. And then it started to lose its leaves. And I thought it was dying. And I left it for a while. And then I threw it away. I didn't know that it molted. So I threw away a good plant that probably came back to life. I'm so sad at that. It was a beautiful plant.
I do believe that Samantha might need to see some of these plants doing these crazy things. The dancing plant. Splatter, we're going to take a little detour. These are short, though. After this one, of course. Josh, while I get these, can you please read?
Sure.
Thank you.
Well,
Yes or
Already
yes or no? Have you? Oh, you were all right.
yeah. Next.
I have found several changes to Da Vinci's Last Supper painting over the years, which required I find residue. I've searched and seen hundreds of Last Supper paintings over the last 7 years.
Look at them all. Blasphemy.
Yeah, I never realized there were so many people who did parodies of, or replicas of this painting.
No.
But
Same here, me either.
yeah, but I have never, not once, seen versions like these. Yet there are so many out there, just like them. Yet there are so many out there, just like them. Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Yeah. Actually, I have. The top one in here anyway. This one. Not these ones, but this one here. Necessary,
Yeah, I think. Yeah, but before I seen this presentation the first time, I don't remember anybody leaning, down on his lap or that close to him.
Well, that's Mary.
But
Mary Magdalene. That's why that's not one of the disciples, unless she was considered a disciple. Probably.
oh, I thought you said it was Matthew or something.
That's what they said, but no. But look, that's definitely a female.
Yeah, I know. It was kind of hard to tell from the art back then, because there was a lot of them looked feminized or whatever, unless they had like a big full beard, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
exactly.
if they were clean shaven, it was kind of hard to tell sometimes if it was a man or a woman being depicted.
Yeah, but that I don't know.
But you're right. That does look like a lady.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
I think most other guys, like this picture over here, they all have beards, right? Almost every guy has a beard.
Yeah, right.
Can you guys
Except
keep going, please?
Yeah.
I want to get to the plant stuff.
Because it wouldn't have been easy to shave back then, so I'm pretty sure that every guy had a beard.
Yeah.
True story, Splatter. That's what I think too.
Because if you cut yourself, you could die from it too. I mean, you get infected and whatnot.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shaving would have been risky at best.
Yes. What is this? More of the same.
Like a bunch of stained glass windows.
Yeah. I love stained glass windows. Those are so elegant.
Yeah, me too.
What the heck? Was someone shrunk the table? Look at it, all crowded around. You like a scrap?
I'm sorry, I've never seen him sleeping on anybody's lap.
No, everything's sleeping
That's
there.
nuts.
No. I just in a miniature table. Like I said, they shrunk the table down to nothing. And these little beggar people around. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen any of these before.
Mm-mm.
Oh, add plants crying to the list. Plants can cry now.
Yep. Oh, don't tell me that. My plant is poor crying in a dumpster. I didn't mean to throw it away. I didn't know.
Yeah, that makes me sad. Every plant I've ever had probably cried at one point. Thankfully, I didn't own too many plants.
Yeah, all I have left right now is just the easiest to take care of plants you can get. You can forget to water them for a month and water them again, and they come back to life. They're great. Not that I do that, but you could.
What was that?
Not like my schedule. Every 2 weeks, I water all my plants. What is that?
It looks like some sort of big rodent.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A pointy ear and a face. Yeah.
Yeah, like a
All right,
beaver or something. Yeah.
we need to move
Not
on,
a
guys.
pig.
Keep
No.
going. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm going. Just picking apart the pictures.
I'm just pointing out that he's sleeping on his lap, and I've never seen it before. We can keep going.
Yeah.
Part 2. Like I previously stated, I have found several Mandelas over the years to Da Vinci's painting located in Santa Maria del Grazie in Milan, Italy. Next slide. The tablecloth, we just covered that. Next.
Yep.
The floor. The floor pattern and the feet were not visible. Then the feet got sandals, and now the sandals are bigger with different colors. Next.
Yeah.
Yep. The table rolls, glasses, and plates were found by others, as well as Jesus' chalice being missing. But I found Jesus' clothes had changed from white blue to red blue, and sometimes it's shown as red black. Next.
Right.
This is like lightning round of Mandelas with the Last Supper.
Yeah.
Right.
The whole painting setting is wrong. It's bright now with coffered ceilings, a window and windows. It was dark, almost cave-like in my past. But the new mandala is on the table again. Next. There are now apples or tomatoes on the table that were not there. Whatever they are red to yellow with green on top, and obviously different from the rolls. Do you remember fruit on the table?
I don't.
That
I just
table
remember
was
rolls.
like, yeah, the table was just like, neatly set, barely anything there, and now it's just a jumbled mess. There's so much on it, so cluttered.
It's cluttered. Right. I agree with that.
Yeah.
It was sparse.
Yep.
Hey, Splatter, I got a pro tip for you. When you want to change slides, you don't have to click right on that little arrow. If you click anywhere on the right of the image or left of the image, it will shift. You don't have to be careful.
Oh yeah, I know.
Okay, just so you know.
There's also a beaker on the table now too.
I just like to do it because it's.
Yeah, I just saw you go right to that arrow. I'm like, I wonder if anybody's told them you really don't have to hit that arrow.
Just like when you hit pause on anything, you just have to hit the middle like that.
Yeah.
No.
And then do it again.
Part 3, Mary Magdalene is being erased. 2 years ago, I asked if you remember Mary Magdalene having a chalice with snakes. These images were all identified as being Mary Magdalene. So it's all images of her holding a chalice filled with snakes, which I don't remember.
Filled with snakes?
Yep.
Are you trying to make her look bad?
I wonder if it's a chalice of knowledge. That would make sense with snakes in it.
Can you zoom in on one that has snakes in it?
But they've been trying to make her look bad for forever.
I can't see that. There it is. No, it wasn't you. It was,
Okay.
you know how the internet sometimes makes things blurry and then you gotta wait till it clears up?
Yeah.
That's just happened. Remember how I said John looked like a woman in many of the artworks? It makes sense now because they are now saying John the Evangelist is in those images, not Mary.
No.
Yes, they're saying Mary is John in the Last
They are,
Supper.
but they're wrong.
In my past, John was depicted as a writer. Books or scrolls, that's what he would have. A quill, and if there was a chalice, it was empty. And while you can find depictions like this, the majority show him with the chalice full of snakes like Mary Magdalene.
Yikes.
Wrong.
If you recall John having a chalice, do you remember anything else in it besides snakes?
Coffee.
Not coffee.
I know. No answer?
Nope, I see knowledge code.
I have no idea.
I don't remember flip-flops. It's Mary. Knowledge is bittersweet. LOL face. We can go on. I do not recall ever seeing a dragon in the chalice in any Christian art in my life. Yet snakes and dragons are frequently pictured with John because he drank poison and lived.
Weird.
There's a little baby dragon in the chalice.
Yeah. Weird.
Dang. Snake charmers.
Yeah. That's a whole different deal.
Yeah, look at that lower left one.
Yeah.
Zoom it in. Like she's charming that snake.
Yeah, literally. And she got her fingers that same pose, the two down and two up.
Yeah. Yep, there it is, dude.
Mm-hmm. Hey, at least
Sharp.
the palm is outward.
Right? Well, that's how you think of it. Like, that's how you direct energy, right? I mean, subconsciously, that's why we do that.
Yeah, but the paintings all had it in. All had it face
I know.
like side. It was,
I know.
That's not a very easy hand position to do.
Okay, let's go because I don't want Samantha to go. I want Samantha to see the presentation.
Oh, yeah.
More dragons and snakes. Go on.
Spiders and snakes.
No, dragons and snakes.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking of an old
Oh my.
song. There's old dragons in a cup.
All right, go on. Keep it going.
Rapid fire.
Yeah. So this is residue. How I remember him.
Just an empty chalice, or
No books and
we'll have to have
quills.
water or wine or something in it.
Go on. There we go. Are any of these Mandelas for you? John sleeping, holding a chalice of dragons, replacing Mary Magdalene, or tomatoes or apples on the table in the Last Supper? They're all new for me. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.
Trying to see, what is that, steam coming out of that cup, or what is that supposed to be?
I don't see anything coming out of the cup.
Oh, I do.
I don't.
The yellow squiggly lines here.
No, that's the sky.
Okay.
Yeah,
It looks like it's maybe just kind of splashing out.
You see what I'm saying, though,
Like
right?
it's yeah, it's coming in from the right, and then it's like hitting the cup, and like looks like it's splashing up out the other direction a little bit or something.
Yeah, to me it looks like it might be steam or something. I don't know.
I don't even see that.
Weird. We do.
Mhm.
Next.
Next, you're skipping down to plants.
Okay. Yeah, I figured I was going to ask which one you want me to go to for her.
The whole list of plants. There's a couple of videos from YouTube, and then there's a couple of presentations.
Where does it say plants?
All the way at the bottom. Scroll down.
Oh, plant detour right here.
Mm-hmm.
I guess this would be the one here.
Yeah.
There's
These are for Samantha and Vegan Chick. Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we do remember the Dash and Kmart Vegan Chick. Welcome.
Where's my cup?
Hold on, I'm writing Vegan Chick down on the list.
Well, I'm just looking at my water cup. I'm thirsty from eating this chicken.
And I guess this is for Vegan Chick and Samantha. We're learning about plants today, Mandela style. Teresa Lynch once found a shy plant whose leaves would close when you touched it. So plants can move. It's one of the senses. I'm going to show you that plants are just as alive as any animal or human.
Yep. Okay,
Go
I'm
ahead.
back.
Next.
Yeah, I figured. I had to get water, like I said.
Mute the music. Mute the music. Mute the mute. That's all.
I did.
No, I'm trying to talk over it so I don't get a copyright.
Ah,
Introducing the dancing plant, a plant that will move its leaves and sway when spoken or sung to, or when it hears music. It dances to music.
that's cool.
Yes. So they're playing music for the plant, and the plant is literally swaying with the music.
Oh, you see that leaf moving. Oh, yeah, look at that. Yeah.
The leaves move and the whole plant's move.
Yeah, well, the plant moving, that could have been wind. I don't know. But I was seeing the leaf go. That's not wind. That's cool.
If you make a noise, you'll see, but you know, if you touch it instead, I couldn't see it. It disappeared off my screen. No, turn it off. I don't want to copyright.
Okay. I thought maybe the music was done, but I guess not. What type of plant is that?
I don't remember. I think I don't remember. I probably wrote it down. It doesn't matter. Most plants can move.
Yeah, but next time I play some music, I want to watch my plants dance.
A plant that makes itself noticed by moving. A predator, a herbivore, a deer, or a horse. See it move. I can't. It's cut off. I can't read it. The dancing plant seems to break all the rules. It's cut off. It's over. You can do the next one.
Well,
The name of the plant was cut off. I can't.
Oh no.
Yeah. So next presentation.
That blows.
This might be the shy plant now. The one that I talked about in the beginning of that one. From Teresa.
Yeah, it looks like it.
Thanks, vegan chick. I appreciate you being here.
I saw
I
a
hope
movie called
Samantha's still here. I'm sorry. What were you saying, Mr. Super?
It's called The Ruins, and the plants on this one particular mountain were carnivorous, and they could hear sounds and mimic them. At one part of the movie, they were mimicking a cell phone ringing that they had heard. So these people got stranded on this mountain for a period of days, and they heard a cell phone ring and went down into a cave, and they found the plants were like vibrating, making the sound.
Cool.
So they imitate. That's crazy.
Yeah, like a mimic or a minor bird. Yeah.
And not just that, they're thinking. They
So
knew that
credit
would attract them.
Teresa Lynch, the fainting nerve plant for Samantha who said they don't have a nervous system. Okay, next. These plants can faint. The slightest touch and sometimes sounds and light changes can cause some plants to faint, aka wilt or close up. To avoid a copyright, I took screenshots showing the changes to the leaves. Have you ever seen or heard of plants fainting? So the plant was upright, leaves were open. A gentle touch made it completely fall to the side and close up, all its leaves.
Wow.
So again, hopefully Samantha's still listening.
Yeah.
Plants can feel. They have emotions. They can scream. They can cry. They can talk. They can sing. They can see. They can see. They can breathe. They can walk.
Put out scents and attract insects and eat like carnivorous things like insects. Venus flytraps are so sophisticated, they have 3 different trigger hairs. And the plant counts the number of times a hair is triggered. So if you trigger 1 hair 3 times, it closes. If you trigger 2 hairs, 1 twice and 1 once, that counts to 3, it'll close. You walk in there and trigger across all 3 of them, it'll close. So it counts to 3.
It can count.
That's insane. Insane.
So, I'm sorry. I don't see any difference between an animal and a plant. They're both sentient. They both breathe, walk. They can talk. They can talk to one another. They can sing. They can hear. They can see.
I know. It just makes eating all that worse.
Yeah.
No matter what you eat, it was once alive. In more ways than.
But if you think about that, a plant that produces fruit wants those fruits to be eaten to get the seeds scattered. So it produces fruit with the intention of it being eaten. So if you cut down a plant and you eat the whole plant and you've killed the plant, that's one level, right? But if you're taking the fruit from a plant and it survives, you're probably doing it more of a favor than anything, getting those seeds away from it.
Yeah.
Yep. I know that's why I feel bad for fruit that I see rolling down the street or being tossed away because that poor plant gave us that fruit to eat, and there it is, being wasted.
Yeah, but we look at the see, but you're kind of looking at that wrong. You could take a whole bushel of raspberries and let them sit there and go bad, right? And you feel bad that you wasted all those raspberries. So you scrape them in the dirt when you're doing your fertilizer. And guess what? You're going to get more raspberries.
Yeah, that's true.
They're not dead just because you didn't eat them.
No, I know.
See, the whole point of a fruit, like every seed has a protective.
I just go extreme on that, you know, like
every seed of every type.
I feel sorry for the poor tree. You did all that work, and
every seed of every type has an inhibitor chemical encasing it, so that the seed doesn't start to sprout while it's still on the tree or while it's still on the fruit. And so that has to be like either the fruit has to rot or it has to get washed.
That's not
a
true
lot,
anymore.
like by rain.
That's
I'm
not
sorry,
true
what?
anymore. That's not true anymore.
That's not true. I know it's breaking down because now you have like tomato plants coming out of a live tomato. I know, dude. I know, it's crazy.
And strawberries will sprout leaves. There's some strawberries that will sprout leaves from their seeds. So it's like a big fuzzy strawberry covered in green leaves.
Huh.
All right, so this is a video from YouTube, Samantha. These are the stoma cells on the leaf of a plant breathing air.
Hope Samantha's still here.
Mute it if there's sound, please. You have to hit play for it to mute it. I don't see it playing. There you go. It's opening its mouth to breathe. It's closing. There's little mouths all over the leaves of plants. They open their mouth to breathe in oxygen and close. They also exhale carbon dioxide. Just like a human. Okay, next video.
Yep. I'm gonna check out some of those things here. Well, you might want.
And vegan chick, this is not directed at you. I'm doing this for the benefit of Samantha Valdez, who's here. I don't know if they stuck around because I told them I was getting these to show them, because they essentially called me a liar. They said that's not true. Everything I said was not true, and I'm proving what I said was true.
I don't think they're here anymore.
Yeah, well, maybe they'll come back and look later.
I haven't seen them chat in a while.
I know. That's why I was trying to rush you through that last presentation.
Yeah, I know.
Good night, Izzy. Thank you for being here. Welcome to the 1500 Club. Okay, this is another video. I think this is the walking trees.
We have sound on this one, you think?
I don't want sound. Just let it play.
Okay.
We're here to see trees walk. All right, maybe we do need sound. Turn the sound on.
If you want to grate anything, you just scrape it up against this this aerial root here.
That's a root?
That's a root. They walk on their roots.
Oh, yeah.
How does it? Well, yeah. So this walking palm here, which is a genus of Socratea, would have been a little seedling over here by the looks of things. So over here is where it would have been a seedling, okay? And then as it grows, it sort of leans over towards where there's most light. So it looks like most light was sort of in that direction when it was a young plant. And then it sort of sends out these stilt roots in that direction in order to sort of lay on their roots. And it sort of moves, it can move. I've seen one move in the sense that over maybe a 10-year period, it'll move maybe 4 meters maximum. But this one here has only moved maybe, I don't know, 30 centimeters, 12 inches, something like that.
Oh, just
So that
12
one's basically
inches.
not moved
Yeah,
very
not
much.
quite a
But
bit.
others can be rooted here at the very beginning, and their main trunk will be, you know, several meters away in a slightly different place.
Which, again, shouldn't be able to happen because it's a plant. Plants did not walk in my past. They did not move a millimeter. And now they do.
Oprah
Hey,
running for
next
her
splatter.
life. No, not Oprah. No, what's your face? I'm guessing this one. Whoopi. That's the word. That's the name. Whoopi running for her life. Oh, this is a weird one.
If plants can cry and scream, that means they can feel.
Yes.
They may not have a nervous system like an animal or a human does, but they do have a nervous system. We just don't understand it yet.
Have to?
They have to have a nervous system if they can cry and scream. And they can
Look
do both.
into mycelium networks, how plants communicate beyond themselves to other plants.
Oh yeah, mushrooms. Like mushrooms.
And even trees.
Yeah, but the mushroom is the biggest living organism.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah.
Oh.
But why is this important? Well, we may be
I guess
able
I
to
have to
listen
restart
for
this?
it in the
Yeah,
future.
you have to restart it. We
detect
just
when
got it up on
crops
the
are
screen.
stressed.
Okay.
You may have heard an urban legend that plants scream when they're stressed or hurt. Well, it turns out that's true according to a new study, and we'll play the sound for you in just a second so you can hear it for yourself. But why is this important? Well, we may be able to listen for it in the future to detect when crops are stressed. Now, to record this, scientists took tomato and tobacco plants and either deprived them of water or cut their stems. Then they put special microphones next to them to pick up these high frequency noises that can't be detected by the human ear. Air bubbles form and collapse inside a plant's tissues when stressed. It's called capitation. And it sort of sounds like bubble wrap popping. Listen for yourself.
Catch blights, not
Oh, was that-
frustration.
That was it. So that clicking sound is a plant screaming or crying because its stem was cut, which means it feels. Which means plants, just like animals, they're the same. They hurt, they feel, they can see, they can talk, they can dance, they can faint, they can walk,
I can sing.
they can sing.
count.
They can what?
They can count.
They can count.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Eunice Flytrap.
they are just as sentient as an animal. They're just speaking a language that we don't know.
Oh, he almost looks like Robin Williams a little bit with a beard.
Vegan chick. Popping sounds is how it's the way they communicate. It's screaming for them. That's what their screaming and crying sounds like, a popping noise. We don't whine. We don't go like a dog when we cry. But that's what dogs do when they cry. They do a whimper whine. different species cry in different ways, and plants make a clicking sound. They're just as sentient as any other living creature. I mean, we have rocks, literal rocks that reproduce.
Yeah.
Samantha is here. We have rocks
Yeah.
that reproduce called trovant stones.
The
They make-
Trovants,
Yeah, they make a new stone from nothing. They literally grow a stone and it falls off and becomes its own stone, which then also reproduces.
What?
And they move around.
Yeah, trovant stones, and they move around, yes.
Just for fun.
So, I everything on this earth now, I believe these are Mandela effects. I believe that things were not like this in my past, but this is the way
Right.
reality is now.
But do we
These
need to
things
replay that?
are a lie. Is this a different one?
Do we need to replay that last one?
You want to replay them screaming and crying? Sure.
Because they don't believe it. They're still calling you a liar.
Oh, these are the emerald voices, the music. This is them singing. Go ahead.
Oh, you want to do this one? Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm showing you stuff from like the Weather Channel and stuff. It's not like
We're
crazy
excited
stuff.
to show you this most remarkable device that we've imported from Italy. The Music of the Plants U1 device. And what this does is take the electrical impulses of a plant and turn it into wondrous music.
So
Let's
an electrical
connect
impulse would
up
require
a
a
plant
nervous
and
system.
see what it sounds like. Okay, so the first plant we'll hook up is Christmas cactus. We'll hook one electrode into the root zone, and the second will connect to a leaf.
To have
And we'll do
electrical
the
signals,
same to
you would
this
need a
Majesty
brain
palm.
and a nervous
One in
system.
the root zone,
We may not know what that nervous system is yet. It doesn't look like
and then one
a
on the
human
leaf.
or an animal, but they have one.
Okay, so we've hooked up both plants to the device, and it takes a few seconds for the machine to recognize the plants. And then once they're recognized, they start playing music. And the music will be a little chaotic at first for the first few minutes or so, and then they start to recognize each other and start to play harmoniously. It's quite amazing. That one's green, so you can tell that this machine has recognized that plant.
Okay, that's enough because I don't want to copyright.
Okay.
So again,
Symphony
they're
of
obviously not
nature.
making those noises. The machine is making the noises, but it's powered by the electrical impulses from the plant. And in order for the plant to have electrical impulses, it would need to have some sort of nervous system, a brain to send those electrical pulses. So they do have a nervous system. We just don't know what it looks like yet. We just know that it's there. So again, they can social distance too. Trees social distance. It's called crown shyness. They literally shy away from other plants they don't want to be near. So there's, they can feel.
It was trees. I mean, yeah, those trees are all spaced.
Yeah, the crown shyness. They can feel. They can see. They can talk. They can breathe. They can scream. They can cry. They can walk. They eat, but they eat nutrients from chlorophyll, from the sun and stuff, but it's not the same. All I know is that trees never did it, like plants and trees never did that stuff in my past. Now they do. For me, it's a Mandela, but that means in this reality, plants are very much sentient and very much more alive than we originally believed them to be. Is it Mandela or is it science? Did science discover this stuff in this I don't know. I can't say it's a Mandela for sure. It could just be that science has become advanced and realized it. But Like they've always known that these trees can walk. I mean, 4 meters is 12 feet, right? Yeah, it's 12 feet. They've walked up to 12 feet. They dance. Their leaves literally twist and turn with music. I mean, I'm sorry. That's much more alive than living plants that I was taught when I was a kid.
Around here, Sandy, all the leaves on certain trees turn upside down when it's gonna rain. It doesn't wait till it rains. You can look at these trees and you go, oh, it's gonna rain. All the leaves are flipped.
They do that when they
Hold on
want
1
rain.
second. Samantha says I've showed no videos of plants crying or screaming. Yes, I did. It was the clicking. A plant crying or screaming sounds like clicking. Again, we do not sound like a dog crying. A dog crying sounds like a whimper or a howl. That's not what it sounds like when a human cries. Different species make different sounds when they cry or scream. A plant, when they cry or scream, makes a clicking noise. We did indeed play that video. And that was caught on video, on audio recording, right after the stem was cut.
Oh,
I mean, Samantha says clicking is not screaming. You have no evidence. You're right, I don't have evidence. The people that were in the video do. They're scientists. They've been studying it. It's a study. And they are saying that the clicking is a plant crying or screaming. So please go tell those scientists that they're wrong. The ones that were studying it. I'm just playing you the video from the Weather Channel of the scientists who are doing the study, who have determined that I guess the clicking is only happening when they hurt the plant by cutting its leaves. Splatter, you want to play that video again? Because it tells the state. It tells you. It's the one that says when stressed plants scream. It tells you when it happens.
This one?
The one that says when stressed scream.
This one? Stressed plant scream. Okay, got it. Can make it bigger?
I'm sorry, I know it's hard. You can believe it's theory, not fact. That's fine. I'm just telling you, this is what they are saying.
How did I get this to play last time?
You may have
Play?
There it
heard
is.
the legend that plants scream.
No,
Just
you may have heard the
respect.
legend that plants scream. Make it full screen with the arrows.
Yeah, I couldn't before. There we are.
Spacebar.
To make it play?
Yeah. Just click your spacebar on your keyboard.
I'm doing that. It's not working.
Oh, that's weird. It should. All right, go on.
You
There-
may have
there
heard
it
an
goes. Just
urban
take a
legend
minute,
that
this one,
plants scream when they're stressed or hurt. Well, it turns out that's true according to a new study, and we'll play the sound for you in just a second so you can hear it for yourself. But why is this important? Well, we may be able to listen for it in the future to detect when crops are stressed. Now, to record this, scientists took tomato and tobacco plants and either deprived them of water or cut their stems. Then they put special microphones next to them to pick up these high frequency noises that can't be detected by the human ear. Air bubbles form and collapse inside a plant's tissues when stressed. It's called capitation. And it sort of sounds like bubble wrap popping. Listen for yourself.
And that's it. That's the end of the video.
Yep.
So again, scientists have done a study when they cut their stems or deprive them of water, which is what they need to live, that is when they make this popping noise. And scientists have determined that would be them crying or screaming for help, I guess. They're either screaming in pain or crying out for help.
Yeah. What's wrong?
You can say that that's their theory. I understand. You have a belief of what plants are, and these things are going against that belief. I understand that's hard. I am not saying you have to believe it. I'm just telling you all of this stuff is based from science. It's coming from scientists. I'm not making any of this up. This is stuff that I learned from other people. I'm not a scientist. I didn't do any of the studies. But these are all things you can verify online yourself. But you have to realize that if a plant can see, feel, dance, sing, scream, cry, walk, that's no different than an animal or a human. It just communicates differently than an animal or a human because it's a plant. But if it can do those things, if it can make music with electrical impulses, that would require a nervous system. That's not a theory.
Yeah.
If there's electrical impulses, there is a nervous system. We may not have identified what the brain and the nervous system is exactly. It could be the threads, the fibers of the plant itself, could be the nervous system. We don't know. But if there's electrical impulses, there is 100% a nervous system because that's required. A brain is what sends electrical signals.
Right.
Like I said, we also have stones that reproduce from nothing.
Yeah, I found stones that bleed.
And stones that bleed. Well, the bleeding is no, that's subjective. The stones that bleed are a different thing. That's actually an organism that got into the stone.
Oh, that's a different one you're looking at, Sandy. Yeah, it's different. I found a totally different one, remember?
Right, but it was still plant life. It was an algae or something. It was something. It wasn't blood. Like tested, it wasn't blood. It looked like blood. Hold on, I'm gonna Google something.
You want to show this or what?
Give me 1 second. I don't want you to pull something up and then say, look at this instead. Okay, just like this is exactly saying what I said. No, plants do not have a nervous system in the same way that animals and humans do. Okay, however, plants do have their own mechanisms for transmitting signals, often using electrical and chemical signals, which can be compared to aspects of a nervous system. Like I said, we may not know what exactly the nervous system is in a plant yet. But if they exhibit all of this, they have one. We've yet to identify it yet. That is what the internet says. Specifically, the source. This. I'm trying to get the source for you that gave me that. Science AAAS. Plants communicate distress using their own kind of nervous system is the title from science.org, Science Magazine. They do have a nervous system. We have not identified it yet. I'm sorry. I really am sorry. I know it can be upsetting. You believe one thing and then science finds out it's another thing. I know it can be upsetting. I'm just telling you what's on the internet. I'm telling you what I'm being told by science.
Oh man, it hurt. Look at that. Okay.
What's this one? Oh, okay. This is the side channel. All right, hit play. I'm definitely getting a copyright. Go ahead.
It seems like we should have most of it figured out by now. Sure, we spot a new species or maybe a funky adaptation every once in a while, but for the most part, it doesn't seem like there could be all that much more to discover. Right? Wrong. There is a vining plant called Boquila trifoliolata that is challenging everything we know about how plants work and even raises a pretty bizarre question. Can plants see? This unassuming climbing vine is found in the temperate rainforests of Chile and Argentina, where it seamlessly blends in with its surrounding plants. In fact, it blends in with its floral neighbors so well because it literally changes its leaves to copy them. Boquila can alter almost every aspect of its leaves, including the size, shape, color, orientation, and stalk length, all in order to disguise itself like the trees it grows on for support. This may be an adaptation to avoid predation by both climbing on another leafy plant and blending in with its host leaves, which might be less tasty to bugs, slugs, and snails than Boquila leaves are. Boquila vines have also been found to mimic the leaves of more than a dozen species of trees, and they don't just stop at mimicking the plants they're climbing on, they can copy other nearby plants too, without even touching them. Not only that, but they can even grow multiple leaf shapes on a single vine, meaning they can mimic more than just one plant at a time. And the kicker is that scientists still don't know how these plants are able to do any of it. They do have a couple ideas, though. One fascinating hypothesis is that the vines are receiving the genetic blueprint to make these new shapes directly from those neighboring leaves. This neat trick is known as horizontal gene transfer.
They've already
the
disproved
process
that.
of passing genetic material directly from one mature organism to another, as opposed to a parent giving their offspring their genes. Horizontal gene transfer is pretty common between single-celled organisms like bacteria, which pass around genes for things like antibiotic resistance, stuff that keeps the whole population healthy. We also know that genes can be transferred between members of different species, even in multicellular organisms. For example, scientists have previously discovered that genes have jumped between rice and another type of grain called millet, despite the fact that those two species diverged between 30 and 60 million years ago. But exactly how horizontal gene transfer works in plants is still a bit of a head-scratcher and has been considered an unlikely mechanism for something as complex and sophisticated as rapid mimicry. For a little bit of context, gene transfer changing a plant's appearance would be like a handshake changing your eye color, or someone sneezing on you making your hair curly. It feels a little out there. But in 2021, some of the same researchers that originally described the shape-shifting properties of Boquila vines came up with a plausible mechanism for these plants swapping genes. Their idea is that airborne bacteria carry genetic material from the neighboring plants to Boquila's leaves, and the leaves can then integrate that information into their own genes and use it to change shape. This is wild, but it outlines how strange of a problem it is. So to test this, they sequenced the DNA and bacteria from Boquila leaves as well as the leaves from plants it had copied. When they compared the bacterial communities, they found an overlap between Boquila and the mimicked plants. Not only that, but there were significant differences between the bacteria on the Boquila leaves that had changed shape and the Boquila that hadn't. These results hint that bacteria may be playing a role in the exchange of genetic material, which would be a pretty revolutionary idea, botanically speaking. That said, the authors also acknowledge that more has to be done to lock down this hypothesis. It's a pretty extraordinary claim. It would need pretty extraordinary evidence. But there is another, even wilder possibility for how Boquila has become a master of disguise. A recent study has explored the rather controversial idea that these vines can see. The science fiction-y idea that plants might be able to see has actually been around since 1905. That's when Austrian botanist Gottlieb Haberlandt suggested that the outer layer of cells on a leaf could act as a lens, focusing the rays of light onto light-sensing cells, which altogether is called an ocellus. We have found some forms of photoreceptors in plants, but whether they allow plants to actually see shapes or colors or even exist at all has yet to be confirmed. But that hasn't stopped researchers from exploring the idea of plant vision in Boquila. In a 2022 study, researchers decided to give some Boquila plants an eye exam.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
So no, vegan chick, he's getting to the part right now. It's not all hypothesis. This plant morphed into a plastic plant, which means it could not be talking to the other plant using bacteria to morph. It had to have seen, because it can't talk to plastic. You're going to hear about it right now. Hit play again.
Since they knew that Boquila can mimic living plants, they decided to see if the vines could copy fake plastic plants too. Since a plastic plant doesn't have any genes to transfer, it would mean that if Boquila was able to mimic these leaves, it was not doing so by using genetics or any chemical signals from the host. They also grew other vines below a shelf, blocking their line of sight to the fake plants. As the Boquila vine grew toward the artificial plant, its leaves started to morph, reportedly becoming more like the fake leaves, while the Boquila branches hidden by the shelf got bigger but didn't change shape. All of which, the authors argue, supports their idea that Boquila can see. Now, to be clear, other plant biologists are pretty skeptical of the plant vision hypothesis, going as far to call the idea, quote, far-fetched. Not only that, but several researchers have criticized the design of that 2022 study, saying the variables that can influence leaf shape, like the age of the leaves and light exposure, weren't properly controlled for. They also criticized the lack of explanation for how plant vision could reasonably work, since the whole hypothesis hinges on the plant's actually being able to see stuff. But the study's authors stand by their work and are currently doing more experiments with Boquila plants to further investigate their plant vision hypothesis. And even the critics will concede that they won't say it's impossible that plants can see. We might even find that both horizontal gene transfer and plant vision are at play when these guys mimic their neighbors. These weird copycats are just one more example of how little we really understand about the natural world.
Uh-oh.
We played that too long.
What happened?
You got a violation.
I got a violation?
Yeah.
It doesn't tell me I got a violation.
I'm seeing it on the live stream on YouTube.
Oh no, we got taken down.
Temporarily. I stopped playing it, so it'll come back on in a minute or two.
I'll tell the chat that. Are you sure it'll come back?
Yeah, this happened on Dan's channel a few times.
Wait, does that mean I have a copyright? No.
I don't think so. I don't know for sure, Sandy. I just know I've seen this before on Dan's channel, and we waited around, and it did come back. As soon as you stop playing whatever it was you're not supposed to play, and we did now. I shut it off right away.
It's not coming back.
Oh. I can't remember how long it took. It's been a while.
It says I'm still alive.
Okay, hang on, I'll reset. Let's see what happens. No, it's still not there. Oh, come on.
There
we are. It's
We're
back. Oh, thank God. What?
Wait, it's gone again.
Why would it go again?
Yeah, it's not gone for me. I'm still seeing it.
I'm not on YouTube.
Is it back for you?
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's back for
Down
me.
Again. It's back for Josh.
It's not here. It's not back for me yet.
Just hang in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I closed out my tab that I was in, and
It's much more alive.
Sorry.
oh yeah, it's back on my phone too. So
Okay. Oh, there it is. There it is. It's back.
Okay.
I think we're good.
Oh no,
Nope,
it's gone
it
again.
disappeared again.
Why is it doing that?
Should I?
Yeah, all the chat's
should I move
gone.
to another? Should I move to another stream?
What do you mean?
Like, should I make a new StreamYard?
Maybe.
I don't know. I mean, it's still showing fine for me. Here, let me look.
I'm checking my email.
Let me look on X.
I mean, the chat's still going.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Live stream copyright notice. Due to copyright match, your stream was interrupted.
It should come
After
back.
copyright is no longer streamed, streams are automatically re-enabled. I'm going to put this in the chat to let them know we're coming back eventually.
Yeah, you're still live on X.
Okay.
All right, we're back again. We're back again. Guys, hang in there. If it goes away again, they said it will be coming back.
Oh my.
We're back. I can
hate
see
that.
myself again.
Yeah.
Say
it's
okay, back up.
bad. Yeah.
Can I post this? I'm going to let you see what YouTube sent me.
Oh, scary stuff. I'm sorry. I mean, it's not. It's not necessarily my fault, but I was playing it. I feel bad.
No, it's okay.
It's
I
not
was
a big
playing.
deal.
No, we were
It
playing
happens.
it because people didn't believe me.
Yes.
Like,
I
we
know.
had
Right.
to show them.
You can alter the speed of playback for stuff like that, or you talk over it, or stop it quite frequently and talk.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
Good night, Samantha.
Altering the speed, just going to 1.2 or something is usually enough, though.
Samantha says no hard feelings. Have a good night, guys.
Yeah, but no one thought of it at the time. So, oh no, it's on again.
I can understand somebody like giving up meat because they didn't want anything to get hurt for them to get fed, and then turning vegan and then finding out that plants could have feelings too. That'd be like, what next, you know?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I
Yeah.
understand. It's got to be hard. But
Yeah.
these are just the facts that are presented. I'm sorry. I don't
It's
mean
on
to like,
again. Where'd it go
you know,
again?
I'm not like arguing with you that you shouldn't be vegan. If you want to be vegan, go. We're down again. Oh my God.
Huh.
Yeah, AI titled.
Yeah, should I make a new stream? I'm asking them. Should I make a new StreamYard, a new show?
Is it down right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
It flickers and then goes
I'm-
away
yeah,
again. They're supposed to bring it back up. The email says
Yeah,
it
it's
will bring
supposed
it
to come
back up.
Right.
Yeah, I'm not showing it down. It's showing live on my YouTube stream.
See, but if I make a new show,
I
lose X. Well, no, I lose Rumble.
Let's
Could someone
ask the
please go to
chat.
Rumble? Could someone
Let's
please?
ask the chat.
If I leave, it's going to kick me out, and I might not be able to get back.
Chat's all blaming vegans for
Can
rat.
someone go to Rumble and in the comments in the live chat say we're starting a new stream, but it won't be on Rumble, please? And on my phone, I'm going to go to X and say that we're going to a new stream, and I got a donation.
Oh, good. We need donation, especially after
Sandy,
this.
why don't you poll the chat and see if everybody can see you? Maybe
Might have to.
Maybe
Everyone-
you can't see, but maybe everybody else can.
Okay.
No, we're back up. We are back up. We are back up.
We're back.
We are back. Maybe if we start talking about something else, guys, maybe it'll stay up.
Yeah.
Let's try
Maybe.
that.
Yeah, maybe.
Pull up a
Yeah.
presentation, please, Splatter.
Yeah, change up.
Go to Easter eggs, please, fast, quick, before they take us down
Quick.
again.
Yeah. Easter eggs. Where are they? Up
Under
top?
Easter eggs. No, in the middle.
Easter eggs. I got it. Oops, site not can be reached. Oh, great.
Oh my God, I'm putting it back at the bottom.
We'll go with this one then.
No, go to Easter eggs here, because that's what's next.
Okay.
Here, it's at the bottom.
Here, the bottom. I'm going. The one that already didn't want to work. So here we go. StreamYard. Oh, no, it's gone again.
Oh, we're down again.
I'm getting there. What's back again? No. Okay. I'm getting there.
That's what I'm
Easter
saying.
egg.
You gotta hurry.
I am hurrying. Here we go.
Okay, Easter eggs are on the screen. Guys, I need someone to keep track and make sure I'm not talking to nobody.
Oh yeah, I have it on the other. Like I said, I was on my other computer over there. I can't miss it.
They may have kept doing
Yeah,
that to
it's
make
showing
sure
for
we were
me.
not. Right, I'm thinking that they kept taking us down because they thought we might play it again. That's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping that now something else is on the screen, they'll leave it up.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know if this is a Mandela effect or not, but everyone I've asked has given me the same wrong answer, so I decided to ask you.
Whew.
Nope, we're down.
What?
Wow.
I'm making a new stream. I'm making a new stream.
Yeah, mine's saying one watching. And you only have one
What does it
thumbs
say?
up, and that was just what I just gave you. Mine's saying one watching, and you got one thumbs up. Like everything is just, yeah, everything looks like it's been reset.
Well, mine says 43 watching.
Oh, that's weird.
Check your email. Oh. Did Sarah give a donation?
Oh, I just got something. Yeah. I got a donation from Rudy. Yeah, it's down again.
Oh, it flashed back again.
I know. I think it's going to keep doing this. That's why I'm just going to make a new one. Making a new stream will not be on Rumble. Actually, it can be. Actually, select all. Making a new stream. Look for it in 5-10 minutes. In 5 minutes, because it takes me about 5 minutes to make one.
We're at the end of the show.
Yeah.
I know. Well, we're not. We still have a new one to do. We still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mandelas left.
It came back on for a second.
Yeah,
Like
I know, and then it went. I'm trying to get all the links together, so that way
Yeah.
I can copy and paste them.
Yeah, I realized why it was still showing on mine when I kept saying that it's still going, and you were saying that it wasn't. Is because I was looking at my channel, because like 10 minutes ago I realized I'm like, oh yeah, I should stream this to my channel too. So I started streaming to my channel like 10 minutes ago, and that was the one I was watching, and so it got taken down on yours, but didn't get taken down on mine for some reason.
I didn't put it on mine this time around.
Yeah, I always forget.
I'm trying to copy links, guys, and then I'm gonna go and we're all gonna have to go, and then I'll send you links to rejoin.
Yep, I'm out.
All right, you want me to email you the link?
Yep.
All right, I will email you the link, and for you guys, I'll put it in the group. But
all right.
I'm gonna quickly put together and Splatter. I'm sending these links in the group chat, so that way you have them. I'm gonna send them directly to you, actually.
Okay, but it is back now, Sandy.
We're back. All right, guys, we're making a new stream because this keeps happening. We still have like 5 or 6 Mandelas to cover, including a new one. So in 5 minutes, look for a new stream. I'm gonna post it, but it's gonna be up in about 5 minutes. I just have to make a new one for Rumble and Streamyard, and then we'll be live again.
I think we're okay now, Sandy.
We were okay like this for. If it goes down again, I'm making a new stream.
Well, okay, yeah, okay. If it goes down again, yeah, but I think we're okay now though, because it's been a while and it's been flickering for a while, and I think its flickering's done now.
Yeah, it seems solid. Like back on to me.
Yeah.
But
Now I gotta find the email to Mr. Super and tell him to come back. Forward. No, not reply all. Forward to Mr. Super. Come back.
Yeah, I think it's fine now.
I'm telling you, if it goes down again, I'm making a new stream.
Oh, I understand that. That makes sense.
Yeah.
It does. But all the flickering and stuff, it's gone, and it did that, and yeah.
Yep. Oh, I got to do a thank you for Rudy.
Yeah. And I don't remember that happening before on Dan's streams, but I do remember him getting shut off, and then a few minutes later he came back on, and it was good, right? So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And it's down.
Oh, it's back.
yep,
oh my
sure
gosh. This is, yeah, but see, this is going to, I think this is going to be consistent. I think it's going to
know.
keep doing this. So guys, I am making a new stream. There's no ands, it's, or buts. We're making a new stream.
Yeah, okay, it's your choice. It's your choice.
And I'm going to remove that video because I got an email from Sarah. It wasn't worth it. So this has never happened to me before. There's 50 people watching. There was almost 60. And now I'm losing all this because of one person. So yeah, I'm starting a new stream, guys. We'll be right back.
Yep.
I'm ending this one. No outro. We'll be back.